Alright, looks like we're live. Should everything set up? You might notice I've got a little bit of a different setup this time. Just trying things out. Thought it'd be new and different for once. It shows more gameplay and obscures the gameplay at the same time, but this is the common thing to do. I'm not sure. We'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. But welcome. This is the pre-stream. What do you call it? Thanksgiving stream. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll be able to get to stream tomorrow. We'll see. But for those in the States, for those in Canada, you had your Thanksgiving last month, and for those outside of the States, you don't celebrate the holiday. So we're doing some more Hellgate, and yeah, thank you so much, Sned Grellman, for becoming a sponsor. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate the support. So that name's up there somewhere over there. And yep. Right now I'm going solo right now, so I'm gonna get messed up. Right now I wanted to get a little bit of ahead with this new character because I don't want to be streaming the same exact scenario time and time again. I've streamed 3 times, and each time I get up to about Charing Cross station, and then and then I end off because I've streamed about 3 hours. So I was hoping to skip through this part, but I do remember I'm on Elite, and it's a lot harder when you're by yourself. If you were here last week, we got through this part with the help of Daybreaker, who knows this game like the back of his hand, and we kind of just ran through it. This time it's not so. This time it's going to be a little bit trickier. But I'm playing a different class, so you get to see the diversity of playstyles here. I'm doing a Blade Master right here, and you'll notice that you've got this cool mechanic. It's awesome. You see this, I don't know if you can see the purple ring out in front of me, but when guys are within that ring, I can, I have, on my left hand, I have a grappler, which basically lets me grab guys and pull them to me, so I can deal damage to them even if I'm out of their range, which makes, all of a sudden makes melee guys a lot more effective. So, it is nice. I can also do double wielding, which is pretty cool, but that's too bad. Video game nerd. I hope we can get a key for that. I mean, if you legally own it, then I wouldn't see getting a, you know, key on the internet then to be that bad, but use your own discretion. Yeah, this is the Blade Master. Oh, what's going on here? Something was hitting me pretty hard there. Ow. Alright, this guy's kind of giving me a little bit of a... kind of cool. It's got different animations, like if you attack like this, or you attack forward, or attack backward, or to the side, you kind of dance around. It's kind of neat. Yeah, I always hated when I mean, I don't even have a CD drive in my computer anymore. That's how digital I've gone. But I remember when I did have discs, it was pretty annoying when you lost the key or it came in some weird capacity, you know. And you guys, for those of you like puns, you're gonna love my character's name. I'll show you in a second. That's awesome. I totally cut the zombie in half and he's still alive. Oh, they're gonna wreck me. No, run, 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 run. Yeah, I forgot this is Elite. These guys are actually kind of destroying me here. I'm down to 16 health. I don't want to pump potions, but I may have to. Oh, that killed him. Ooh. But my character is Indigo Montoya. Yeah. Not proud of that. I'm a little proud of that. But that's slightly better than my sword. Okay. Is that better than my current grappler? Very slightly better than my current grappler. It's from the 1980s movie Princess Bride. The famous line, I'm Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. You know, prepare to die. Only in a less horrible accent. But my tag is Indigo, so I thought that'd be a funny pun. You can't have the same character with the same... You can't have two characters with the same name, so I had to come up with something different. Kaiser, no, I haven't posted to the London 2838 forum. I am on the in the Discord, but I don't know. You can post if you want to. I just don't. I don't want to self-promote there. That's all. It seems a little. I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but if you want to post there, totally fine. Daybreaker said he might be on later. He and I ran through some stuff earlier, so he's a pretty cool guy. He knows this game a lot better than I do. He's a Twitch streamer, actually. Alright. We just burn through here. Hopefully I got this quest. I'm not wasting my time here. Okay, I got some personal stuff. Oh, actually I got a message. Oh, and skills. Let me get the skills. Surge of Restoration. Every righteous strike regates to build up a surge. Sword of Justice calls Swin's divine justice to provide Trinity attacks or possession. That's kind of cool, I guess. Can't get those yet. Okay, man, I guess I could do that. I could probably heal myself up a little bit. Let me, wait. Can I... Oh, is it passive? I think it's passive, yeah. Okay, cool. That works out well enough. Alright. Oh, nice. I'm actually running at a lower resolution this time. It looks terrible on my side, but it should look better on your... on the viewer side. Oh, I already have an elite. Uh-oh. Alright, this elite's gonna tear me apart here if I'm not careful. 24-4, 24-4. It's all 24-4s. Alright. Oh, I should get some stamina since I'm doing elite mode. Alright. Come on here, elite. Oh, nice. Tore them apart. I can take you. I got some magic items. Nice. Come here, buddy. Anyone else here? Alright, I can look at my equipment. I think I might have missed a box or two up there. I should probably check. Cool, cool. No, used copy would be fine. EA doesn't sell this game anymore, but weirdly enough, if you've activated this game on Origin, you can still download it. You just can't buy it new. They probably don't want to sell it because they're embarrassed that they took down the online and they no longer loot. They also probably can't sell it anymore because they don't have the rights to it. It's Handbitsoft's game now. So probably, oh, got a couple. Maybe I could do a dual wielding. Yeah, let's do a dual wielding. Oh, is that a? Oh, I probably can't do it yet. I probably have to unlock that. I'm guessing. I don't remember exactly the skill tree right now. It's been a while. Cool, cool. Well, I think that was about it. Yeah. Alright, so that was my quest. Let me... I do love the maps in this game. Actually, reminds me of old school Diablo, only a bit cleaner. They're also very useful. Yeah, I mean, you can buy... last I checked, they were on Amazon for like $10. I mean, honestly, the original developers aren't getting any money from it anymore. So it's really just whoever's reselling is getting cash for it. But I believe on eBay or Amazon, you can get it for about $10. So it's not terribly priced. This mod does... This is an unofficial mod, so it does require an actual installation of the game for it to work. But... So that's the only down point about it. They can't pirate the game for you, unfortunately. But so far it works great. I bought it originally, I think I got it in 2008, and I really, really liked it. Unfortunately, I think by the time I bought it, the online was already down, which is really too bad because it didn't really have a good run. You know, it was buggy initially, and there were some other points that it didn't quite nail. It was technical issues and had a subscription model that was not popular for a game of its type. But got revived a couple times officially, Hellgate Global and whatnot. But yeah, in the end, it didn't really have a very good run. But people obviously still wanted to play it since they spent months and months and months getting this together, so. Alright, what's this then? It's just a relic. Kill that. 14. Okay, shield. I don't know if I should buy anything now or just get loot as I pick it up. Oh yeah, what loot did I pick up, by the way? I don't even remember. Oh, must have been the armbands, yeah. Armbands. Could use some better armor, but I think I might just... Well, that's pretty cheap, actually. I don't have helmets, so I could get the helmet. Better chest armor for like almost nothing. And some bracers. Yeah. Give me a little bit of AC so I can solo a bit better. I do have some good items stored away from me a little bit here, but I don't think I can use them at all yet. 666. Yeah. I can't use these until I'm level 6. It's the chill ass stream boy. Hi, dude. Hey, AJ, how's it going? I'm a bit chill, I guess. I'm not like, hey guys, welcome to the stream. You know, if you see me doing that, just unsub me, seriously.
Can I help you? You're most welcome.
Cool, got stuff. Any more quests? I guess just Tottenham Court Road. Or wait, what's his face? Maybe. Yeah, Murmur.
Wanted to talk, did you, mate? All right.
Yeah, there we go. As far as the thief class, not really. I mean, you could. I don't remember how many. Oh, these guys are gonna wreck me. I gotta be careful here. Oh, nice. Just spam my ability and everything's good. I don't remember if there's many stealth abilities in this game. I think there might be... I think the sniper might have one. but I don't remember. It's not really a kind of stealthy kind of game, but I believe there are some invisibility items and or abilities, if I remember correctly. I mean, I guess you could probably think of the sniper as sort of your long range stealth DPS. I could say, because you could essentially just stay out of aggro, far away, and headshot, take guys out with kills and whatnot. Ooh, Tantarus. I'll take these guys out first. Worst CRPG you've played as of now? I appreciate that, video game nerd. I just myself, I don't put on a character or a facade. I'm probably a little bit more talkative and outgoing on stream than I am in real life, actually, so that's saying something. Let me just take out these zombies real quick. I'm trying to think of the answer to a question. Whoa, death maggots. I don't remember these guys. Oh, maybe that's... I don't remember them, but they clearly exist, so they must have been there. Worst CRPG? There's been some games I did not like. I'm trying to think of some really bad ones. It's hard to say. The ones that would probably tick me off the most are the ones that would just like incredibly difficult for no reason, or God, it's not coming to me. I know that there were some games I had a hard time getting into. I had a hard time getting into Gothic, unfortunately, but it's definitely not one of the worst games I played. It was just, I just didn't spend the time on it. Nice. That armor really made a difference, because I'm not getting low as I used to. Shadowrun Hong Kong? Really? Oh, Technomancer you're talking about. Yeah. That game wasn't that bad. It gets a really bad rap. I mean, you could not like it, it's totally fine. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was like it's like a budget Mass Effect, you know? I thought that the ideas in it were really cool. It just was very clunky, just like any game from Spiders is clunky. And unfortunately, they're basically the B movie version of BioWare at this point. They make Mass Effect, basically they make Dragon Age games, basically. They just don't quite do them as well. And so you can see the problem with when you're making a game look as good as a AAA game with like a quarter of the budget is it's going to look janky. It's going to sound janky if you hire a bunch of non-native speaking actors. But overall, I mean, the game isn't that bad. It's just, yeah. I actually, yeah, I'm with you where I get a little tired of reading in RPGs, Gown, but oddly enough, the Shadowrun games are like the one game series where I read every word because the writing is so good. But I do admit that I didn't like Shadowrun Hong Kong as much as I like Dragonfall. Dragonfall was the best of the three, in my opinion. And I believe that is a fairly common viewpoint. I do want to cover those games at some point. It's on the big list of games to cover. Oh, Two Worlds. Two Worlds was pretty janky. Two Worlds 2 is actually considerably better. But it still wasn't, you know, it wasn't amazing. Dang, Thorns would be nice. But instead I have to go with the armor. peg leg sword. I could do Wart's peg leg for a while. Or, no, I just got a better sword. Sad face. Yeah. The original Tool Worlds was pretty hilarious. I remember playing the demo of that, I think, on the Xbox 360 at the time. And I was like, ooh, it's not very good. And that was back in like 2009 or something. Now I'm sure it's much jankier. Two Worlds 2 had some cool ideas in it. It wasn't a bad game, like, technically or anything like that. It just was little jank. There was something missing in the game. It didn't really have much of a soul, but like some of the stuff, like the orcs and stuff, looked pretty cool. Reminded me of Gothic actually a little bit. I don't think it was made by those guys though. Yeah, kind of. AJ, I kind of got into the I'm a start new character curse. Unfortunately, okay. Tomorrow's a holiday. I'm going to get further than Charing Cross Station today. I just had to pick up the pace. I can stay up a little bit later tonight. I just want to get past the damn Charing Station. Alright. I shouldn't spend too much time here. Ooh, they've got so many good blades, though. Oh, I need to buy some identification things. Analyzers. Okay, that's considerably better than Wart's Leg. I officially wielded Wart's Leg for about a minute. Let me put this stuff away real quick. Got an email. No? Alright. Don't have any mods yet. So I'm just going to try to blitz through the rest of the part. Reality Pump. Yeah, I don't recognize them.
Yes.
It's the other guys. It's the other guys who did Gothic and now Elex, which I do want to play sometime. I heard it's really good. Probably should play a bunch of it before I do my next video, but I just can't be bothered at this point. Do I have... I think I have quests. I have another Hellborn Access Shaft quest. Might as well do that. Yeah, I've always been like that with RPGs. I don't know about you, but I've always like wanted to start and try every single class and character, and I think I tried every single class and race in EverQuest without finishing any of them, any one. All right, that hurt a little. All right, getting some good loot from these guys, but they are hurting me a bit. Okay, I'm good. Good for now. If I can, yeah, okay, my regen is slowly working. No, that's not really better. That's not better than my current one. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the old school ARPG design where you get a lot of loot that you can't use. Partially what inspired me to do a Blade Master. Yep, come on. That was pretty cool. When you actually pull off a good move with this guy, it's really satisfying. Just like, you know, zap him with your gun and then do a quick spin. Come here. It's a lot of detail on the zombies, actually. They, you can see their limbs and stuff fly off. Not too bad. Raven's Cry? I don't think I've finished that. I don't think I played that really. Alright, so travel to... Actually, I don't know if I actually need to go down here again. I think I already killed the blood zombies, that's probably why. I've not even been paying attention to my quest log. Let me teleport back. Whoop. Cool. Let me put my teleport on... No, not on E. That'd be horrible. Do have some more points, though. I use this, like, all the time, so I should probably... Unless I want to do Sword of Justice. I could do Sword of Justice. Yeah, some games are really, really randomized. It just depends on your algorithm and how good they are. You did a pretty good job in here. This isn't...
Yes. Goodbye.
This game probably has something in between Destiny and what's that other game that gets credited for the genre? Oh, I completely blanked on the name. Borderlands. Borderlands items make huge differences. And there's really, really wacky, different, partially, some of them really badly designed weapons and stuff like that. And Destiny, every weapon is basically the same, just slightly more damage or recoil or whatever, with slight buffs and debuffs. This game is like in between those. Not quite as samey as Destiny, not quite as wacky as Borderlands. I mean, this game is pretty tame. It's more on the Destiny side when I think about it. Yeah. Oh, these are some pretty cool swords. I should just wait till I get some better ones to pick up, though. Yeah, that's true. I mean, most of the weapons are randomized, but there are uniques and legendaries and stuff like that, or the equivalent of those. I can't use this, so I'll just sell that.
Now I've done it.
I did all my quests right, or did I not finish this one?
Here it comes.
Okay, I did. Got its reward now. Nice, stylish pants. That's exactly what I want. Yeah, David Brevik, Erich Schaefer, Max Schaefer. A lot of the former Blizzard North guys worked in this game. That's why it's so similar to Diablo.
Oh, take care of yourself.
It just, I mean, you can watch the various people. I think it's Bill Roper or whatever also worked on there. They've all come to terms with what went well and what went wrong with this game. I'm of the belief that they did a lot of things well. Oh, this is a weird looking guy. I did not see these guys last time I was here. Oh, that triple attack tears them up, though. I think they did a lot of things really well in this game. Unfortunately, people were really hyped about this game, but it disappointed, and in a lot of ways it was ahead of its time. I mean, if it had longer development time, fixed a lot of the bugs, killed its subscription model, it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot more. It would have been a lot better received, I should say. So, I don't think it was I think the core of the game was good. They just needed to work on it more. I mean, there's some aspects, which I mentioned in my video, where like a lot of the areas are pretty flat, and it being a 3D game kind of mean, you can jump onto things and stuff like that, but generally it's almost like you're still on a 2D plane, which kind of is a wasted opportunity because in a 3D game you could have a lot more verticality. There are occasionally times where verticality matters, but generally you're in a cool, engrossing 3D world of basically, but you're still acting on the 2D plane. So there's also the redundancy of the rooms. This has got a randomly generated world, just like Diablo did, and it was one of the first games to do that. So it was really revolutionary in its way, and even games like Destiny and stuff like that don't even do that still. Like they just have handcrafted stuff that they reuse again and again. I mean, Destiny's world looks amazing, but it does get redundant. The 50th mission you do in the same exact area. Oh, hey boys. Oh, it's two rares and here's just a regular guy. Oh no, this is an epic spine stalker backlash barbed. So like Diablo, you can see up there they have special abilities and stuff, which is pretty cool. Oh, I'm tearing these guys up though. This is awesome. I thought I wasn't doing very well at the beginning, but now I seem to be handling them pretty well. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things wrong with this game, but I think it still has a lot of great aspects to it that even today, 10 years on, still hasn't been duplicated or replicated. Like, again, the fact that it has randomly generated levels. Like, this level is it looks similar, but it's laid out and has completely different monsters than the last time I played it, which is pretty cool. I did not fight all these monsters last time at all, which is kind of shocking. Sometimes when you play the game, you're like, whoa, I didn't know those monsters existed. Which is kind of surprising that there are games out there like this. I mean, what am I trying to say here? Blizzard North were actually really risky in terms of trying new things like that. Like, for example, I didn't remember this until I replayed it again. Diablo 1, it has a random quest generator. Like it randomly, not random quest generator, but it randomly selects from several different quests. When you play that game, you do not get all the quests at once. Each time you play, you're going to get a different cocktail of quests, which is really cool because you'll play the game again and all of a sudden you're doing completely different things and going to completely different areas. So it's a very replayable game in that sense. But most games now, designers are terrified of giving you making content that's not going to be seen by everybody. And so that's why there aren't things like that where, you know, randomly selected quests and randomly generated levels and monsters and things like that. Come back here, Chumper. On a scale of 1 to 10, how lit is this game? I'm chopping up a bunch of demons with a sword, and I've got power armor and a grappling gun. I'd say it's probably like a good 8 out of 10 lit. Yeah, I believe you, Kaiser. I'm sure there's a lot of things that they try to do with this game that they didn't have time to. That's usually the story with these kind of games, sadly. I mean, this was an extraordinarily ambitious game. This would be an ambitious game for 2017. This was an incredibly ambitious game for 2007. It had randomly generated maps in 3D, which was very rare at the time, to this detail. It was basically an MMO. It was going to be the Diablo killer. because they basically, the guys at Blizzard North, I can assume, were pretty upset because they had worked on Diablo 3 for years and years after finishing Diablo 2, and they knew the genre better than anybody. I mean, Diablo 2 was king at the time. Some people argue that Diablo 2 is still the best ARPG ever made. Oh, Typhoid Mary. She's a quest, isn't she? So they had their work cut out for them. It was a completely custom engine. Oh, I should use a town portal. It was a completely custom engine, so they really had a lot of work to do. They had a lot of money to work with, and I think and this is the thing that really, really makes me sad, because I think Bill Roper, hopefully I'm getting his name right. It was Bill Roper, right? I made that video, it seems like 20 years ago. It was only like 9 months ago or something like that, but I believe it was Bill Roper. He said that they weren't actually pressured to release the game early. They weren't actually pressured to release the game early, which is usually always the number one thing that kills the game. In my Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines video, that if you had to pick one thing that killed Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, it was the forced delivery and the halting of production before then. They forced them to deliver this, and then they stopped their production like a month or two before. You know, I can understand like having a month of it going gold and being produced and stuff like that, but they had a month before that even to work on it, and they were halted by Activision. Like, that was essentially what made the game so buggy at launch. But with Hellgate, they didn't have that, according to Bill Roper, who was basically the head of Flagship Studios at the time. But sadly, that wasn't the case. So Flagship Studios set that release time. So in the end, I think the game had a lot more potential than it achieved. I thought it is underappreciated, but really it was kind of their fault. I mean, they should have seen that this game was too ambitious to release at the time. I think they might have been trying to match another WoW expansion or something like that, trying to beat it out or whatever, but I don't know. I didn't play WoW, but yeah. Unfortunately, in this particular case, they had two publishers, and the developers didn't give the game enough time. That's as best as I can figure it. I mean, kind of sucky, but yeah. But I think I did a pretty fair analysis when I did my video earlier in the year about Hellgate. Even David Brevik commented on Twitter, said that I think he thought I did pretty accurate assessment, which is pretty cool. When you actually get, when you can get the creator of something that they spent years and years and years working their ass off on making, and they actually agree with your assessment, not only does that show that I probably did an okay job, but it also shows that how great and open-minded and somebody wants to get better. You know, like David Brevik does not seem like an egotistical, person at all. I think he actually legitimately wants to improve as a designer, and because of that, I don't think he looks at criticism, and discards it. I think he actually wants to get better as a designer, which is good on him. I like the man. Oh yes, Ned, Prey is amazing. Don't look up anything, just play the game as it is. And when you finish playing it, play it as a completely different character. It's awesome. Very replayable game. It's one of those games which plays so differently when you play a different type of character. Why did I get 7 points? Did I get some bonus points somewhere? Probably. Alright. I got a shield up here. Still haven't gotten a ton of great loot, but... oh well. Is what it is. I'll probably just sell this extra sword here. Oh, does this guy have...
Wanted to talk, did you, mate? I'll be around.
okay, I have to travel to the garden now, but I think I dropped a couple items. Yeah, I did. Hey, Jay, yeah, I'll probably do Titan Quest at some point. I just saw that they released another expansion to Titan Quest. I do want to try it out. I've been recommended Titan Quest for a while. I think I bought it a while ago, and I was gifted it another time. I really was turned off by the game's blandness. Like, I love Greek mythology. All that stuff's amazing. It's so just bland from an aesthetic standpoint compared to something like Diablo. But it's not really being fair to the actual gameplay mechanics, so I should give it a second try. And also the fact that it's got a Ragnarok expansion, maybe that'll be more flavorful. A video on Two Worlds 2. Maybe not. I don't think people really like that game. I literally have about I have an Excel sheet with about 50 different video ideas on there, so I keep on adding to it and prioritizing it. Every time I make a video, I add to it and prioritize it to it. And it just keeps on getting bigger. So eventually it'll just be like, you know, hundreds of ideas, and I'll just pick which one I like, which is nice. I'm just trying to focus on channel growth. So I'm going to be picking a more popular topic rather than Two Worlds 2. Damage Demons. Oh, it has a mod. I have a mod here somewhere. Or I had mods in my... oh, that could be kind of cool. Yeah, that's better. 39. Alright. So I should probably... actually, I'm going to... I have to go to the exit, right? Which is over here? Probably. Yeah, there we go. I guess Sly Fox asked if you can call me Dad. I don't really care, I guess. I'm 32. I'm probably not the age of your father, but whatever.
You have to believe in a greater... you're off then.
I've heard of the old daddy meme thing. I don't... that kind of happened this year. I'm not really sure where that came from, but...
Bye. Do as I say. Farewell.
yeah, let me know. Is this like this new stream layout? Is this kind of cool? Is it too much? Is it distracting? I think it's kind of neat. Unfortunately, this game's really busy to begin with, so the fact that I add me on top of it and a chat screen on top of that, it's a little weird, but hopefully you get to see the game a little bit closer. That might make it a little bit nicer. And so far, it seems to be running at a pretty good frame rate. I can't quite tell on the actual live stream what it's running at, but hopefully you're getting a decent frame rate.
Excuse me? I saw that.
Gotta get all the exclamation points here.
Yes. Always a pleasure.
Oh, you're born on 1985 as well, Sned? Yeah. All right. Oh. Why is this map so scrunched up? Oh, right. Wanted has at least one quest, too. All right. This is what I did yesterday as well. I had like a billion different quests, and I had to do them in... okay, so I'll do Kingsway after doing the train station. Probably. Yeah, let's do the train station first and allocate my skills. Regeneration would probably be pretty good. But Sword of Justice is pretty awesome, though, I gotta say. I'd probably bump that up. What is shift skill availability? Huh. Alright. Cool. Hey, Daybreaker. Here to tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong and what to do next. No, Daybreaker's awesome. He's played a lot more than I do, so right, train. Yeah, so far, the beginning part I was getting destroyed, but ooh. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. This is definitely a good class to try out when you're doing elite mode for sure. Doing this little slashy stuff, tearing up people. Oh, hey, bag of bones. Can't tell if it's, I think I'm already filled with loot now. Almost. Just dance around a little bit. Nice. Level 5. Can't wait till I can actually get 2 swords. I don't know if I can, I wasn't able to equip 2 swords at the time. Maybe I have to get a, I think there's a passive I have to get. Oh yeah, he does have quite a calcium. But he's got arthritis. Poor skeleton. I like that these zombies actually just look like real people. Your Redeemer. Game actually looks really good. If you pump the graphics up today, it actually still looks really good. Matched blades, yeah, I should probably get that. I do like the grappler, but it seems like a really good thing to have. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I remember now. Cool. Do I have a good second blade? Oh, I have my other blade that I discarded, right? I can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. That should be good. Yeah, that almost doubled my armor. I'd say so. A rocket pistol, I can actually use that. I should have that for my for a ranged weapon. Molten Edge. Ooh, nice. I could probably ditch these 2 then. Dart pistol. Yeah. Let me do Molten Edge. Right, you can actually do the same item on multiple whatevers slots. It's just a little funky. They didn't do that very well. Cool. Yeah, I keep on thinking these are like little throwbacks to Diablo. Remember when you killed people in Diablo 2, they dropped their ears? I don't remember the first game did that too, but... Cool. Alright, so I've got 3 loadouts now. Reversing. For some reason, the buttons are really backwards for the Blade Master. Like your gun always has to be on the left, in your left hand, and your weapon always has to be in your right. But by default, your left hand is your left click, and your right hand is your right click. So you're like, it's just reversed. But all right, let's do swords. Yeah, double swords. Nice. I'm sure this will be ridiculously OP. Come here, zombie. That looks so silly. Just like swiping both weapons back and forth. Yeah, that's ridiculous. This is like easy mode now. Yeah, go ahead, Daybreaker. I don't care. I don't mind if you stream. All right. Okie doke. I just have to... My quest done? Yeah, that is done. Okay. Go back to town. Yeah, I kind of look a little bit like a flamenco dancer. Flamenco dancer. You know. Well, I've done this quest a billion times. Alright. From level 6, I actually have some good items that I've been keeping for level 6. Let me do that after I sell this stuff. Get rid of these guys. Cool. Do I have enough analyzers? I'll buy a few more of those. A few more potions. And... oh, okay, there you are. Wow, that looks awesome. Those are crazy. Thank you so much. This is some crazy equipment. Let it be level 24. That'll give me nice gold to get up to, though. I can use that next level, though. Cool. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. You have all the fat loot. Alright, I should keep that on. Keep that up. And... oh, why do I should have this in personal. I'll be able to grab some of this stuff pretty soon. Yeah, I kept on getting good items for... I don't know, why is this... why I have that in there. That's weird. Alright, cool. Should be good. Oh, I'll need that in a bit. That's level 6 as well. Cool. Oh, you have more stuff. This looks amazing. Thank you again. This stuff is awesome looking. 25, 25, 27, 25, 17. Yeah, more stuff. That's been good. I've been trying to get through Elite. I'm trying to get through Elite by myself, but Daybreaker's been more than accommodating. He's given me all this great stuff here. I can't use half of it since I'm so low level, but probably gonna be on for a while tonight. I'm trying to burn through some extra stuff, so hopefully it'll work out. So yeah, should probably invite him to the party. Friends list. Or I can just join him. Did I turn him down? I didn't think I did. Sorry if I turned you down. Okay, accept. Sorry about that. Alright.
Seems like we need a I will see.
I hit escape one too many times. Probably what happened.
Bye.
And cool. All right, we're to Covent Garden Market next, I guess.
Yes. Goodbye.
All right, Covent Garden Market, I guess. Yeah, see that. Let's skip this. Oh, that's an awesome minion there. Yeah, the graphics are really good at times still, even today. Oh, Lord Vaniac. Let's jump. To answer your question, Gown, new game looking forward to. I was, against all hope, looking forward to the new Battlefront, but probably wait on that for a while until they fix their awful progression system. Next year has got a couple games. I'm looking forward to Far Cry 5. Playing that with a friend ought to be pretty fun. Let's see, what other games are coming out? There's some indie games like Katana Zero, and obviously whenever Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, that'll be amazing, I'm sure. The medieval open world game that was kickstarted, where you play like a medieval knight and you can like make your own weapon and stuff like that. What is that called? That should be pretty great. That's coming out next year, I believe. It's kickstarted years ago, but they've been working on it, and the progress has been great. It has like 2 names, and I always forget them. I'm kind of missing my little pulley thing here. Equip Sword of Justice to my left. I don't have a Sword of Justice. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, just mapping the Yeah, you're right. That's probably a good idea. And I'll just have the default attack on my right. There's some more stalkers over here. Yeah, CD Projekt Red. I mean, they could fall from grace, but they've been doing great so far. So I'm looking forward to whatever they do. Their little spin-off games have been a little, you know, hit or miss, but when they actually put their main team on stuff, they make magic. That's for sure. Can't believe I forget that name of that sword game. That's the problem with games with two names. You keep on forgetting them. Is that your minion? Nope, it's not your minion. I guess it is, actually. I'm curious about the newest, I never really could get into the games, but Mountain Blade. If they make Mountain Blade less janky, I'd be curious about trying the new one. Obviously, System Shock Remake and System Shock 3. Those are definitely something I'd be quite interested in. Those games are amazing, the originals. I have Hollow Knight. I bought Hollow Knight because I heard it was so amazing on GOG, and I've not yet played it. Maybe I'll stream it. Just been having to pick my games I play recently. I've been obsessed with Destiny just because it's so easy to play and it feels so good to play. Not the greatest game in the world, but it is fun. Oh, Hell Rift, let's do this. Oops, I actually didn't mean to walk in there, but I guess we're here now. I kind of slid in here. Oh, right. Left click. All that palladium. Died way too easily. Of course, he's much higher level than that. Tempest rifle. I should actually keep any of this stuff. I should probably just get rid of this stuff. Are you saying, did you want to go on Discord? I guess we could go on Discord, I suppose. It might be easier to voice chat. After we kill this room, let's go on Discord. Let me just alt-tab and get into Discord here. I think he wants to chat up here. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the stream. Yeah, if you could not like just spam the chat with talk about weed, that'd be great actually. I mean, you can go off and do that or whatever. It's just kind of spams up the chat a little bit. Let's see. Hey, oh wait, actually, let me get my second mic up here. It doesn't like if I share my mic. The game doesn't crash. Hey, Daybreaker.
Greetings. Hello, chat. How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm not sure how well they'll hear you, but I hear you just fine.
Fantastic.
Cool. Oh, I didn't know you. I didn't know you were British.
Yes, in fact, I'm Welsh. Hope that makes a big difference, but other than that, I'm glad to be up at this hour.
Great.
Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I bet it's really late over there, huh?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, no rest for the wicked, and it's nice to have a chance to play along with you again.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't want to mess up your schedule for my sake, but
Oh, no. I'm blessed with somebody who I got in the States, so pretty much playing both ends of the candles right now, burning-wise.
oh wow. Yeah,
So,
for
yeah,
me, I can stay up late because I don't have work tomorrow. But
oh,
hopefully,
that's lucky.
yeah, it's a holiday, so.
Gotcha. Did you want to kill that Shoggoth boss again for some XP to get to level 7 if he's worth it for you?
Sure.
That's fantastic.
I'm sure we have to pick up that quest back at town, right?
Not necessarily. We can walk back in any time. He's basically one of the mini bosses for this game before you head to the British Museum afterwards. So
Okay.
yeah, you can walk into this area anytime and find his rift and hopefully spank him one. So
Okay.
all we gotta do, if you want, is could you type /leave in the chat for me, and it will disband this group and kick you back to town.
Oh, okay. So I get a different instance then. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way at the moment to reset the instance. Hopefully it'll become in the feature, but until then, the quickest way to reset a area is either restart the game or just remake the group and start again from there. If you could press P for Peter for me, I will make a group and you should be able to join that way. It's called Just Another Day #1.
Okay. There you are.
Fantastic, and hopefully that boss should be up and you'll be able to sell and do what you want again.
Should I just teleport to you then? I guess.
We need to walk back in here. Yeah, I'm just with you now.
Shit. Oh, I did a party portal, but that won't go anywhere.
Nah, it's okay.
All right. Garden Market.
Yes, please.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I saw your streams on Twitch. You played it so much that you just kind of like walk through, hold on the left click and everything like that. Just walk through areas.
Well,
I mean,
the benefits of this game is that because of obviously it's from Flagship Studios and Blizzard North employees, including is it David Benny? I can't keep his name wrong.
Brevik, yeah.
Yep, it shares a lot of traits where you can find weapons that increasingly show effectiveness against certain mob types. So for me, that character which you're playing now, Blade Master, is a jack of all trades. I carry a weapon for pretty much every day of the week, so it's nice to just switch weapons mid-fight and it's all good fun. So even though it looks like I'm cleaving through it, I've died quite a hell of a lot of times to just fun things.
Yeah.
This game has still got enough challenge factor in it, and given how this community might add other things, plenty of diversity and enough for you guys to take a fight from.
Yeah, I can see that. Apparently, actually, one person commented on my video recently. He said, I don't know if this is true, but he said that he got the record of first person to beat Sidonai on level 60 on hardcore, which that sounds pretty tough.
Well, congrats to him. If he said level 60, I'm going to call BS because you can only go to 50, but yeah, congrats to him if he did.
I think he said 60, I'm not sure.
But yeah,
there's a rare streaker here.
A really nasty boss to fight on Nightmare mode. I hope you get to enjoy that pain with us someday.
Yeah.
Until then, let's get you past Charing Cross Station. That's the ultimate dream.
Does this have all the expansions and whatnot, like the
no. What we have here, what Amat has clearly done is basically reverse engineered the retail copy of Hellgate London.
Right.
So regrettably, we don't have Tokyo. We don't have any of the expansion packs that was made by, is it Bandai or Tifa Front, whatever you want to call these gentlemen. That was all digital content. We'll never get hands on that, I believe. So for now,
Oh,
we have everything that was made back in the year. So Stonehenge, the Abyss, the full single player campaign. Right now, that is pretty much on the cards what we're playing with, and that's what we're
so
happily
we don't
testing
have
and
we don't
enjoying.
have Stonehenge or anything.
Oh yeah, we have Stonehenge. You can walk in out at level 15, hopefully. So when we hit Temple Base, you'll be able to go there with me.
Yeah, because that was added in the vanilla before that's taken over by Handbitsoft. Wasn't sure about that.
I believe it was released as a subscriber option back in the day, so you had to
Yeah.
be a subscriber to play it, which kind of, was interesting for some people. For its time, it was way too advanced. People were not used to subscription service and, bugs and everything. But mixed
Yeah.
opinion, you can get it all for free when you come play here with us, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I know that they unlocked all that stuff. They don't have the subscriber thing, which I think is kind of a weird double standard because the subscriber thing was already well in place by 2007. WoW was what, 2004, I think. So
I believe it was a generation thing. I got to be careful with my opinions here, but you know how everybody was just so used to buying a game and it was that game for life and you didn't have to
yeah,
worry about transactions. Well, this was a turning point. A lot of games were introducing subscriptions and that was just the new norm. But yeah, too rocky start for poor Hellgates, and I guess a lot of people just didn't stick along and enjoy it.
yeah,
But for
yeah.
me, I had fun.
Yeah, it's kind of what you say is true. It's just a little bit of a double standard because there were plenty of games that already had subscriptions that were very popular, but I don't think they were expecting this game to be a subscription game. Like it seems more of like a single player, multiplayer, not really MMO type game. So I think that's what turned people off is the idea is that they didn't expect it to be subscription.
Yeah, I think the selling idea was also the extra content being what they could make online to bring to the players. So
Right.
I reckon was going to be its greatest selling point. Tokyo, to me, is a really nice expansion, and I'm really upset that we'll never get a chance to play it. But
Yeah.
not to say maybe one day Soft or Bandai, whoever's got the current license, can be fair to us with DRM or something. But again, all disclaimers, it's just my opinion.
Yeah, they kind of gave up on
Lost
the game, I
content.
think. They were supposed to bring it to Steam, which would have really revitalized the game.
Yeah,
They were going to bring
green light
Hellgate.
died so far.
Yeah, and then now Handbitsoft is making a completely separate, 100% original VR game after they made a mobile game, which was
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're doing.
Well, considering the mobile and sorry, I mean the VR is for me like my end goal in life. I actually took a look at it and watched the intro for it a couple of times. You can see that I think they got some of the original developers over there still working on the artwork, and it looks gorgeous from a third person sort of thing. But yeah, it is too much.
Man.
People
Back to
don't like it
work.
for that reason, but I like it. Even though it is an Unreal shooter, it's just part of their tradition, I guess. Now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that visually it'll probably be pretty good. And I'm a definite supporter of VR. I think that VR is great, and eventually we'll all have VR headsets.
Good men.
Obviously, has a ways to go, but I mean, I've tried out the various. I did the Oculus for a while. I don't have one right now, unfortunately. I'm waiting until they get better and or drop. But I mean, the HTC Vive is amazing. Have you tried that one out with
Oh
the
yes.
full body movement? Yeah, it's amazing.
I've had the privilege of having the motion capture set up, and it was amazing. Currently, the family is enjoying the Disney sort of the VR, and well, let's just say I've lost two Oculuses because they've dropped them when they've put
Oh
in the
no.
jump scare ones. Yeah, but other than that, I'm hoping for the Milsim or the Space Sim side of things. So if you take like Robert Hammond's Space Star Citizen, for me
Yeah.
that's my end game. But until then, it's lovely to see well, sword and board or fantasy type games being turned into VR. It's it's strange though. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing to see if Hellgate London VR could be like the next step up with this, where you guys could actually have a tank who had a shield or magic and stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be
maybe
amazing.
another day with another game. The technology's getting better, just moment in time, I guess.
Yeah, once they make it portable and once they make it so it doesn't leave red marks on your eyes, I think that'll be the changing
Yeah,
point.
I'm starting to look like a raccoon for sure, a blue-eyed raccoon because of it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I have the Gear VR, which is actually surprisingly good considering you just use your mobile phone,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's definitely got some work to do. They need to make it so that it obscures your vision but doesn't press against your face for hours. But I mean, this is really new technology, and it's already so great.
Give it another 5 years in my books, and we will definitely see some good stuff on the market. Until then, get what you can, enjoy what you have. It's just a nice experience all around.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, so we've just killed him. Did you hand in the boss item?
Let me just. I got 2 good swords. Let me just. Yeah, let me.
Boy,
Take your time.
keep your vows.
Yeah, I was full of stuff.
Yeah, the Blade Master's a very nice class. You can scrap it together with everything, and you'll pretty much dice everything.
Yeah, I can
The
now
only
use.
time I struggle with it is going past Charing Cross Station, so you'll have a nice challenge with that.
Is there? Oh, there's just a lot of ranged guys. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's usually what the.
Yeah, I like to try and play with some friends with like a class diversity, but you always get those people that like to stay to their one class. Right now, Blade Master is, like you've just said before, a nice class to start with, and you can get a lot of things done. I recommend play what you like, and if it suits your game style, Hellgate pretty much fits in line. Alpha is an alpha, but it's moving along quite nicely with people's suggestions and feedback and bug reporting, but yep, it won't be long, and hopefully one day when Amata gets a chance to sit down, we'll have all the classes nerfed or patched or, all the good stuff. But until then, it's hopefully working as intended.
Yeah, is Omerta planning on actually rebalancing the game or doing things like that eventually? Right now, obviously, just trying to get the game to work.
Without knowing what the boss man is doing, I would say he's probably following a to-dos list. Objectively, they're keeping to the track of making sure the multiplayer is working first. All the cosmetics and amazing stuff can come last, I guess. So in the meanwhile, they smashed out some great patches, which were the bane of lag in most places, like performance-wise. So I
Yeah.
reckon once they get the core stuff done, you will definitely hear them announcing things, but I don't know off by heart, but it's word of mouth. It could be any time when he's got energy or time, but yeah, they're definitely working to a goal, and it's getting there straight away. I mean, here we are right now. I mean, we're an open alpha. I didn't expect it to be now. I thought it was going to be like next year, but nope. He wanted open alpha on his birthday, and boom, here we are. So really nice to see everyone running around.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I tried it as soon as it went up, as soon as I was invited, and it was already really solid even at that point. So I was very impressed.
Yep. I hope everyone can get a chance to experience it and just come here and have a laugh.
I'm just happy that, I mean, there's still a great community for it. I'm ready, by the way. What's our next quest, by the way? Let's see.
I really don't know, but I'm thinking you are dicing up everything. You did a bit of Train Depot. I came to your stream last, so I'm assuming tunnels and things like that.
Yeah, I would do tunnels.
Yeah, that Kingsway is as I like to call it, the pain in the ass, because it's such a big focus one. Make sure your quests are done, make sure you got everything ready, but yeah. The side quests are really nice gearing ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, this game still has its charms where if you play it too many times, you'd be like, oh no, it's this again, or
Right.
yes, I remember this from years ago.
Right.
For me, it's nice, I really love it.
I'm just impressed that I keep on seeing new monsters in the beginning areas. Like, you don't see all the monsters each time. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how they do that, but they randomly generate the map with a set of monsters, and the next time it might be a different set of monsters, which is pretty cool.
Sticking to a true, flagship studio Blizzard game, everything is randomly generated. You will unfortunately see the same tile sets of map if you played it for millions of hours, but until then you will never encounter the same minions if they can help it in the same spots all the time. But quest wise, you might find what you need there though. But yeah, they try their best, which is nice.
Yeah, if if it was you or some commenter said that they were intending on doing a randomized quest system like Diablo 1 as well, which would have been the, you know, cream on the top of everything.
Well,
That's even an expression.
give it time, and hopefully when we're allowed to give more creative suggestions and the devs are able to implement them, maybe they might be able to take this private server or content to the next level. But until then, I think they're just discovering what's in the game and what's the limits. But when they get the tools for it, on the polite side, I took a look at the single player to this because I like to do a bit of 3D modeling and map making. The engine is so beautiful and so simplistic in a way of like, if you know what StarCraft 2 or Warcraft 3 editors are like, this game was really made with simple strings, so the 3D Max and editors can work perfectly with it. So give it time, and I'm not going to say, you know, my opinion, but maybe we might get some custom maps or maybe like suggestions. But yeah, anything's possible with this game. But until then, let's just get the basics done and have fun doing it.
Yeah, because I know that I don't know if these are the same guys who made the revival mod, but that started to actually make actual sweeping game changes like rebalancing, increasing monster spawns and UI changes and stuff. Wasn't all, you know, great. The UI looked was pretty rough, but you know, the fact that they were trying to improve it was definitely noticeable.
Well, as everything, as a repeating theme is, they're trying to keep as much authenticity for now, and you know, tap out improvements later. But we've got a lot of people screaming for what we call the Hellgate global items, which some people don't like. You know, the breaking down of these items. They used to call them auto dismantles in the Hellgate global, which is the follow-up game to this. Well, that used to do it automatically. People want that in the game. Well, it's not a question of when and where, it's just, you know, can it work and will it not crash the server sort of thing. So hopefully when the basics work, things like that might become a really nice idea. But until then, here we are. This is what we got. Pretty much pure raw vanilla at its best.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine what it's like because this is all compiled and they don't have any of the server side code for global, so I'm sure it's quite a backwards process to get it all working.
Excuse me?
Yep. They've pretty much got all the basic stuff they need. They don't have anything from like other parties, so respectfully, whatever was on that Hellgate disc and beta patches and stuff like that, that's what I believe they've got. But other than that, I think it's just trade secret. I'm just theorizing because, you know, if I was coding the game, he's got enough and it's working great from it. TCV4 I think was the last patch or something from that beta-wise, so I would have to check what the upcoming patch notes was. So Flagship Studios released MP patch 1.3, which was 2.0, so that was the introduction of the Desiccator mob, and that was it then. There was nothing after that. And a few other things.
Yeah, I mean, this already works better than most actual professional releases when they have the source code, so, you know, with that in mind.
Oh yeah, it had an amazing, rough, funny start. I can promise you. Unfortunately, I don't have the material to show you, but let's say there was a lot of T-poses, but it's amazing what they got now. Okay, so you have done a few quests. What's the game telling you now?
Let's see. British Museum, I guess. I think everything else I'm done. Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, we have Kingsway. And then I think they're all Kingsway. And then Bloomsbury. Yeah. That's it.
Given the speed that we're traveling, let's make sure we have no quests left here, just for honor's sake.
I think Bloomsbury is our next dead end, right? Yeah. No, that one's actually to the next... That's to the museum, okay.
Yeah, this is on its way to the museum, the last of the chapter.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to get past that next one. The next Giant Cross. I always end off on Giant Cross. Ooh, big guy.
Oh, yep, this is a special leap for this area. So in every one of these zones, you'll come across NPCs specifically for that street or tunnel. there'll be a 50-50 chance or whatever the RNG is that he might be around. So people like to come looking for these mobs to farm them or kill them and what have you. So yeah,
Nice.
everything's in the game. It's never a dull moment, that's for sure. And with the special bonus of you playing on what we call the elite mode, you might come across a champion pack which might have attributes designed to kill you in one shot or make you have a nice think about it. So I'm hoping we don't get that one of my minions, because one of them's called Backlash and it will reflect the damage back at us basically.
Oh no,
So
that's not very good.
yeah. Oh no. If you play on the hardcore modes, it's ended many of lives, that's for sure.
No, I don't really trust hardcore. Maybe in a perfect world where, you know, connections are perfect and nothing else goes wrong. I've heard some horrible horror stories in hardcore. I heard somebody, I think they were playing Witcher 2 hardcore. I didn't even know it had a hardcore mode. They were playing and they were also enjoying the story. Anyway, they ended up dying during a cutscene and they lost their character after like however many hours of play. So yeah, I don't really... Elite mode I'm fine with.
It's a little bit more rougher here because it's alpha. You've got to put that on your conscience, and on top of that, you've got to put the fact that, you know, it's your decision. We did have a nice anti-policy for closed alpha testers who were testing hardcore mode, where think of it like a second chance or second life. But right now, risk over reward for sure, man.
Yeah.
I do like playing it, but I've definitely had what you just said, a random BS moment of going, damn it.
Yeah. I like games that have like more of a rapid progression, kind of like a roguelite, you know, for hardcore. That way I feel like, okay, well, if I waste an hour, it's fine, but if I wasted like 30 hours, I'm going to be upset.
Well, I think given when this was made, I reckon our mentality of generation then was just that good at playing games.
Yeah.
Of the, what was it, RuneScape and bloody Diablo and everything else on the planet.
Yeah.
I think we were just a lot more serious and...
Oh, well, even MMOs were...
guides or mods, we just did it.
Yeah, I mean, even MMOs were a lot more hardcore. If you played EverQuest, when you died, you just dropped all your equipment, and you could potentially never get it back.
I still try to find games like that which have, is it the Dead Last Stand or Dead mode on it, where you just basically drop everything. Really nice ideas, but wow.
Yeah, pretty harsh.
Yeah.
Remember, I some of the first online games I played were MUDs on bulletin boards, which were text-based, but they were similar to MMOs in a way, where you had, you know, lots of different players and a persistent world. And those games had some pretty harsh rules. They had like you dropped all your equipment as like just regular items, like not even bound to you, so anybody could pick them up. And then if you died enough times, you'd actually get completely re-rolled and you have to create your character again. So it was like almost like a hardcore plus drop everything, in a way.
Speaking of something like the random, I think David, the main head developer of this game, left a small Easter egg of him with, was it the British Museum? I believe he was standing right at the bottom of this bomb, right on the stairs near the words on the floor, the Millennia. So,
oh, really?
Just throwing it out there. I believe he was in this exact spot, but, you know, just throwing it out there. So, a little message on the floor, and let my feet on Millennia set the mist of knowledge. This is actually one of those proper, I don't know, what was the mapping technology back then they used? Quite revolutionary. We went to all the city blueprinting and everything.
Yeah, he posted something on his Twitter of this exact spot. It's pretty cool. Of this, the actual location this is based on. I forget is this like a train station or a museum, or what is this place in real life?
This is the main British Museum.
Okay.
Where you would find pretty much like things to do with it. I haven't been there personally, but yeah, it's a very nice place to go. Very Victorian and what have you. Okay, so there's 4 of them and no more. So he will... Oh yeah, tactics for this guy. If you don't kill him fast, he mirror images into all these, so you'll have 4 of the enemy.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you get overwhelmed, my advice, run. Not worth it. Which I'm hoping we'll be okay with, because I'm kind of squishy too.
Yeah, I'm a lot lower level than you, but does this game have scaling, or is it, you know, levels to level?
There is a 12 levels deficit, so
Okay.
think of it as if I was any higher, you would suffer for experience. It kind of helps, I guess, for
Yeah.
farming or whatever, but you will get XP regardless. It's just, I'm guessing I receive it the most or something like that. I'll need to check my notes before I reach that, but yeah, it's 10 levels or 12 levels in that case. Be 10? Yeah, sorry, let me recorrect that. 10, just be safe.
I remember the first time I played this guy, I thought you weren't supposed to kill him because he regenerated so much. I didn't have enough damage build to be actually able to damage him because he regens so fast.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Alright,
Go for it.
let's run. Oh, I didn't check the back if there's guys, but... Oh well.
That's okay, no, they can suffer.
I guess. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a rare or anything we could grab some loot from. Alright, everybody's coming back. I feel like I'm cheating with this left click ability.
Well, Blade Master Jack of all trades, he will expel quite a lot of damage, but loses a lot of energy, so just
Yeah.
time the attacks basically. See if we can taunt him off here. There we go.
Oh, you dropped a lot of stuff.
Yes, he does. Congrats. Let's just finish. Okay.
Oh right.
It's okay.
It always spawns right on top of me. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
The portal.
Will become of us. Only clever and even if we do win, what will
All right.
become of us?
First time I came onto this server, I forgot how to fight this guy. Yeah, they rig his tombstone forever immortalized.
Got some pretty cool items here.
Yep, we should have enough gear for you to cross over, and hopefully get the rest of the places done now. Did you talk to the prophet inside?
Yeah, I talked to her and just skipped through all her dialogue. Hopefully that was enough. Sometimes I have to do that like 2 or 3 times for it to actually remember it. Have you ever had that
Yeah,
problem?
there's obviously string delay and crafty stuff like that.
Are you a programmer by trade?
Respectfully retired. It was more of a hobby. So let's say you had a game and you would say, oh, what it's like to make a mod with it with a friend or so. Mostly Armor or GTA, but Skyrim has been a bit of a script hobby of mine, but I only do it for fun. I don't really make projects last enough, but it's usually I'm in the right place that somebody needs help for, and we just try to get it done and
Boy, I hope you've
bing
learned
bang boom
something.
basically.
Cool.
Live by your discipline.
Wow, there's a lot of my guild members online.
Yeah, if you don't want to jump up with them, totally fine. I don't want to hold you back. I'm just
Oh, no.
streaming for fun here.
Excuse me?
Respectfully, they're all in their little social circles doing stuff. I'm trying to say hello to them. That is one of the most best things I like about this game. It actually supported guilds over what Diablo II was missing. Oh man, big difference.
These are both legendary. Can't figure out which one's better, but
Usually, and this is a bit of a nice advice for you, the mini game is active in this game. One random corner just near your mana pool. I'll probably link something in Discord for you to follow, but basically elemental, finish it and you'll gain rewards off it as well. So fire for fire, lightning, and so on.
yeah.
Yeah, try and complete them with like some of the swords that you might have on you. So even if it's obsolete and you don't want to use it, keep it for the mini game. Swap it back in, kill the enemy, and then get rid of it later.
Okay.
Mini game is really nice in here, just in case if you're struggling and you can't kill any bosses and you just want to stay in the same area getting some speed. Well, complete the mini game a couple of times, and that should help you in theory. Really
Cool.
nice side project there.
Yeah, was it always this fast to progress? It seems like it's going at a lightning pace.
Well,
I guess just because you're power leveling a little bit.
No, no. This is politely my opinion. You are playing a high DPS character. You are basically attacking very fast, hitting very hard. The term glass cannon is probably the better term.
Yeah.
You dive in, you're supposed to chop everything up and get out. That was the main idea for your class. You know, jumping ahead, soften them all up. We come in, we finish them all off. Good as good. So, Blade Master's fine, but it will struggle later on. In CQB, it's unmatched, but in open areas, you have to play to the enemy. You know, you have to round them
Right.
up, you have to chop them in place. But in small streets and pretty much tunnels like you're doing now, I'm pretty much fair to say the ball's in your favor.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard, especially when there's like flying units or whatever. I guess you can grapple them, or you can just dual wield pistols and things that you can actually use. So.
Yep. If you're struggling with those mobs, the skills, there's one called Heaven's Arc. Well, if the enemy's above you, why don't you just jump up there and poke it with your sword? So you got the ability of doing that if you want to do it. Later on, if you want even more laugh, why not just throw your sword at the enemy? They tried to make sure that all the classes had something to deal with all the mobs in the game. So fairly, there's a lot of tools of the trade here.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely knew their stuff. I mean, the biggest problem with this game is it wasn't a good shooter, but they definitely know how to make RPGs.
No, that's kind of the feeling I picked up when I first bought it. It was amazing for Sword and Board, and I keep watching, all their documentaries, and it felt like they concentrated on that first, and then implemented the guns later. Sadly, and this is my little joke, most of the guns feel like fireworks, going off. If they had a bit more time, I bet you they could have turned it into, I don't know, Half-Life, Swords of Fortune, Quake, or something like that.
Have you watched my Hellgate video? Because I said the exact same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, like I think it's the assault rifle, whatever. It just looks like you're shooting out like Roman candles or whatever. It's just like, pew pew pew. Would it feel? There's no kickback. There's no impact or anything. Yeah, it's exactly how I felt. But
unfortunately, I don't think we would ever get that in the game's engine unless some serious single-player moddings were made. But who's to say, man? Given what they made in the shortest time, I would have loved to see where they were going after Tokyo if they were going to stick with the, like everyone surviving in metros and that. I mean, what was happening in America or what was happening in Russia and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the lore was actually pretty cool. I didn't read all the books or anything like that, but I really like the idea where it goes all the way back to the Templars and how they converted all these stations into their hallowed ground and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it damn well. It always made me laugh because I was trying to work out how were the demons not coming through the portals. Well, apparently read the lore. They knew this was coming. They tried to convince the world. The world wasn't listening. They got prepared for it and, tried to save as many as they could. And, well, magic seals and technology later, here we all are. Futuristic apocalypse, basically.
Yep. Now, I apologize. I may talk over Discord when I'm actually talking to my chat. I just don't have you. I don't have you on push to talk. So.
My bad.
Just for the features, just so you're not confused. Somebody, Adam Wojcik asks, I don't think I've been dropping HP just because I have some great armor, probably because of the armor that Daybreaker gave me and various other things. I believe one of these is, one of the things. I've got like some legendary armor and stuff like that, and I don't know, I think one of my abilities is also a health regen, so that's probably why I haven't seen my HP drop. Alright, where are we at now? We have to go to Charing Cross. So we go to the Kingsway, right?
Okay.
Just
is that
over.
What it's saying?
I believe so. Yeah, we go through. No, wait, hang on. No, Upper Kingsway is just another side quest. We might as well do that, I guess.
If you want to complete every quest here and then notch it to Charing Cross, I have no idea how long you're on for, but you can definitely kill this place before traveling on. Just every quest is connected. Every side quest leads on to another side quest, so every street is always talking to you to make you do things. So I don't know.
We can skip it.
Quest gets left behind.
I do. Yeah, I do want to get past this part because
Alright then.
this will be my 4th stream that I have not gotten past very far past Piccadilly. So
Right. In that case, then the one that was from Brandon Lan asking you to go to Charing Cross Station.
that's Leicester
You want-
Square or Leicester? Is that how you say it?
Leicester? Give me a second. Leicester, yeah.
Yeah. Leicester
Pardon me,
Square.
I'm not good at my English words either. Yeah,
You-
it's Leicester.
Do you actually speak what do you call it?
Aye. Welsh, yes.
Welsh? That's cool.
It was
So-
more of a first language, English second, because obviously English rules the world sometimes in this world. But yeah, the family is full Welsh, and they do not let me speak it at all English around them. And if I do, I get the old broomstick on my head. So it's good fun around here.
Well, you speak it really well, though.
Yeah.
Do you know how to speak that famously ridiculous Welsh town's name? The
Not
Lanfair.
unless you want to get a virtual soaking microphone, no. But respectful to that sound, that is one hell of a big name.
Yeah. My friend loved that name so much that he apparently there was a song made after it, and he tried to learn the song. But yeah, that's a mouthful for sure.
I think it's like about 26 letters long or something like that. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
They were just
Record.
trying to make it long, just for the sake of it. It's really more of a sentence than it is a word. I think I've.
I think that's how you type it. Can't say it that well.
Yeah.
Fanfana, yeah, it's a lot of clan in it.
Did I turn off chat? Yeah, I did. Actually, it looks a lot cleaner without the chat. Now that we're on Discord, I don't really need it. See, I've got a couple new abilities.
Not sure if you're interested into charging into enemies, but if you want to experiment with 1 point into a charge skill.
Yeah, I just did. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a teleport then.
Yeah, it's like a stampede. If you ever play Warcraft or some the latest Blizzard games, it basically just charges at the enemy if it's in line of sight, and bam, get you in there. Oh, there you go.
So I just jump in the air. I can't actually move forward, so I guess if just something's
No.
above me.
Correct. If it's it's one of those like standing casts as we call it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in this game. Don't have to worry about dying if you're pressing one of those. It's in your own skill time.
Yeah.
But mostly Sword of Justice to soften them up, and if you need special skills for those reasons and the grappler's not enough, then get up there.
Yep.
Yeah, we were going down.
And I've got dual guns as well on one of my slots in case that all fails.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah, the Blade Master is surprisingly versatile. They don't really tell you how versatile he is until you use him. He's got a couple guns. He's got grappling. He's got dual wielding. He's got sword and shield.
One of the favorite classes of the Templar is what we're playing as. Is what they call a Gundian. It's basically the Guardian, just holding guns, and that's all it does. It survives by shooting stuff and modding and tanking that way. Blade Master with guns is very rare, but it depends on your style and circumstances. Maybe you might have noticed them before. You said you have not taken damage HP wise. You've probably put points into your healing surges, which are like passive, so every time you hit something, the red glow goes around you. Well, if you time those with some of your weapons, which is the guns, well, those guns benefit those surges as well. So bit of crit, bit on healing or whatever out there. So
that works.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Guardian's just a lot more tanky, so that way it works better. I'm assuming, so less cannon.
A lot of people like to play a walking bruiser. It's like an unstoppable sentry gun, basically, in that sort of respect. It's just, people like easy mode. Hold down left click and win, basically.
Right.
Just hold down gun. the guns can be modded in this game to be whatever to what do we call them? On-hit effects. So if a bullet hits an enemy, it has a chance to either project like a fireball out or spectre and all that. A lot of Gungeons like to make on-hit weapons, so more fireworks basically.
Basically. Yeah, I think the fireworks is also the physics. Everything just kind of floats. You know, nothing seems to really have weight. But I've seen some pretty amazing animation mods that really added a lot of impact to games that didn't have particularly good shooting mechanics. But that would require quite an overhaul to make this game feel like a shooter.
Yeah. Without missing some of the recoil and stuff in the weapons, the engine for this game is very well made, and there is a bit of physics going on. So like things rolling down the hills, or if you smack an enemy hard enough, it will go far away.
Yeah.
On hits. So they were definitely going there. I mean, way ahead of its time, and given a chance to work with early DirectX 10, it must have been amazing.
Yeah, well, and one point I made in my video is that it was clearly an ARPG in you know, third person form rather than a shooter that pretended to be an RPG. That's why Borderlands worked, is because Borderlands was a shooter that just happened to have a couple RPG elements. It wasn't an ARPG that tried to be a shooter. So their focus was different, and people like shooters. Shooters are super popular,
Well,
so...
This might be a bit of a funny opinion from me. I reckon Hellgate London does melee well, but Borderlands does guns pretty well, basically.
No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, it's by Gearbox. They worked on Halo Port, Brothers at Arms, whatever. They make shooters, so they did shooters okay. And these guys made Diablo, so it kind of makes sense when you think about it that way.
Yeah, best of both worlds, I guess. Aye. Congrats.
Alright, you can see the... Oh, did I hear the Diablo flip sound? I thought I did. Occasionally I hear it. It's pretty quiet, but... sound effects. I read a documentary about that. I think it was either David or Max Schaefer, Erich Schaefer, or whatever, talking about how they made Diablo so fun. And they talked about how making every single part of the grind, every single part of the gameplay interesting and fun. And that sounds kind of stupid, but when you think about it, even the fact of just listening to something drop on the ground was exciting, because you hear like the flip sound, and then you'd hear like the smack, or the, you know, each item had a different sound when it hit the ground, so you could just, you know, after fighting a bunch of enemies, just hear like a little flip ding, and you'd know that you got a gem or something. Like that wasn't really around. It wasn't really around before then, so.
Nope. But
that made it so much more enjoyable. And also, attacks had real impact too. Like when you hit a demon and they die, it always sounded like they really got smacked hard. It's interesting.
I think, is it Fmod that does the sound effects supported in this game? That was a really mighty tool for its day, or still going pretty well in some cases.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not, wow. Small team, but bloody hell did they achieve a lot.
Yeah. I was sad to see the Torchlight devs go, because that had Erich and Max Schaefer at one point or another.
Sadly, a lot of good games are disappearing.
Yeah.
That or just retiring because of licenses are shutting down. I'm a bit annoyed of Marvel Heroes dying, because I was really into that, because
Epic Imp Sniper.
yeah, David, he worked on that game pretty well, and you can find all of his you know how you can spot it, but damn, they went ham with it.
Yeah, it's too bad, because that game was doing great from what I heard. I just think Disney might be axing it. They've been axing a lot of projects since they bought Marvel and Star Wars. They immediately killed Star Wars 1313, which had a lot of hype behind it. I don't know if it's going to be a good game, but it had a lot of hype and marketing behind it. And then they even took down the Deadpool game, which was mildly popular and was being sold on Steam. And they took that down for like a year for some reason, but...
Yeah, it came back recently for the film.
Yeah.
I think it's still around again, but...
Yeah, it's up now, but it's just weird. Like, why would you do that? You know?
I believe it's all about the licenses. You know, like how you can only hold on for so long and then give it out.
But they,
Strangely, the 4 license went early in that Marvel's game, and that, you know, you weren't able to buy or play the characters anymore. You know, like get the gear and stuff. But once you unlocked it, you had it for life.
yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's all about the IPs these days and trademarks.
Yeah, it is tricky. The Marvel trademarks are particularly weird because they're spread across so many different companies.
Yeah.
Fox, Sony, Marvel Studios, Marvel Comics, just all over. Yeah, and doing YouTube videos and researching stuff, things make a lot more sense, but they also aren't less disappointing. You understand why they are, but they're still disappointing.
Yeah, gotta give them credit. It's their game, and they gotta do what they gotta do, I guess.
Yeah.
Ah, crap. My turn to do live stream stuff. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll occasionally talk to my guys. You can talk to your guys too. I don't care. Just so you know
no,
that.
they're all over here because you're better. I'm happy with that. I'm just here for the fun, and I'm just happy you're all around.
People just like staring at my ugly mug, that's all.
Yeah, I'm too shy for the camera right now, so I'll let the DJ voice speak.
Oh, okay, let me switch to my guns, I guess.
Be careful here. Fortunately, these things eat my minions.
There's a Soul Reaper up here, I can't... Alright, I have to grapple as well.
Yeah, you could have jumped up for that.
Yeah, I could have. I forgot about that. With so many abilities now.
Take a screenshot. I'll send it to you. You can mount it, man. It does look amazing when you see it from another player's perspective. Cause,
Yeah.
wow. Oh wow! Didn't even see that. Thanks.
I do like the grapple gun. I think that's a brilliant weapon.
Oh, it is amazing, especially if you're playing a tank, and because this game has a random taunt, the strength, when you've just positively, absolutely got to get its attention. And the grapple gun is actually quite nice for adding effects onto it as well. So think of
Yeah.
it like a taser, you know, like you're zapping
Yeah.
the damn thing with more damage and stuff like that. So more
Yeah.
combos.
Yeah, I think I got something like that when some sort of stun when I was playing it earlier to get footage for my video. I guess I've forgotten most of it since February. Oh, let me see if I can pull it down. Yep, nice. Oh, too late. Oh, here's another one. Oh.
I'll let you handle that.
Ah, killed it. Minions. Yeah, I think the first character I played was a summoner, and I like the summon things, but the gun you start out with, the dark gun, is so boring. You shoot like...
I can match that, yeah.
Alright, let me get him. Alright.
So respectfully, this summoner, I should have renamed it to Dark Form Summoner instead, but it's going to become a hybrid of what you are, where it'll scratch things. It's if you've ever played Diablo 2 and there's the druid going bear form or something, it's like that. You can go in zombie mode and
Oh,
whatever
that's cool.
strength you have increases, yeah, and it gives you more HP and, well,
Yeah, the druids,
what a
right?
goddamn
It's
beast.
kind of like the druids in Diablo 2,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty much, you can turn into like some of the minions there. I'm not quite sure the wolf. Yeah, we don't have a wolf on this. Welcome to Charon Cross Station for the umpteenth time. Let's get out of here.
Be strong. Come on over. Will be strong so long.
Just activate all these quests to cash them in later, I guess.
Son, take care of yourself.
Let me just sell whatever.
Well,
I have.
that's kind of the main thing people like to do in this game. You can actually come back at a higher level and complete it quicker.
Mhm.
So yeah, just push as far as you can and quick as you want. There isn't any penalties except for get some of the main story quests done, and that's about it. But
Yeah.
you can go anywhere as much as you can. Hey, it's Tolerine. It's my little Padawan Blade Master running away over there. Okay.
Oh, it's a person on your clan?
Yeah. Originally I made a clan to test all the clan features in the game, but saw the possibilities of it, as a community to help players. And you've probably seen these type of clans being made where they try to help the player base first and then grow later. Right now it's very social, and I'm not advertising, but you're more than welcome if anybody comes to play this, and if you need a bit of help, we're kind of here. And some of us are very XP'd and words of wisdom, like help you with skills and learning and that. But yeah, if you want a place to hang out, and here we are basically. But yeah, come and make your own guild and let's see what it's like on this game.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody in chat is going to play this game, I highly recommend Daybreaker. He knows what he's talking about, and he's been super helpful to me, so wouldn't see why you wouldn't join his clan. And
more the merrier. And then it helps Amata and his community to test. So more people who come, the more feedback they get and test results. So yeah, have a retail copy of the game and come at thee.
yeah, and that's the trick is just getting a retail copy of this game, because I'm sure a lot of people would play it if they had like a downloadable package. It's just that's the big barrier.
Yes.
Even though it is affordable on like Amazon.com, I mean, honestly, I had bought this game years ago. I bought it like in 2008 after the servers went down. I don't even know where the disc is. I haven't had a disc drive for years. I don't use discs anymore. But
Respectfully, I believe there's still plenty of copies of the game floating around, on the back of people's sofas, in your attics or whatever. But as you just said, the main prime places like eBay's, Amazon, and whatever, you can still get them for a good price, $5 plus. But respectfully, I bought the collector's edition. Sounds like you've kept yours the same, and my little statue sits in the corner, and here we are, back at it again, like a bloody phoenix from the ground.
yeah, I just found an ISO file and installed it that way. I couldn't be bothered trying to find my disc after all this time, so I figured I bought it once. Who knows where the money's actually going now? But all right, I think I'm good. We have the sedative. We didn't skip that mission, did we? Or was that? Oh no, was that back there? The sedative quest.
Well, this is where it gets a little confusing. Yeah, Sedo was back there. I would pace yourself, and if you think it's a side quest, skip it. If it's the main one from Brandon, keep it. It's the purple ones you want to really keep. So you can try and abandon them all and see what happens.
I'll just put the sedative in my storage for now. I'll do that later.
That works. That works.
I just want to get past. We are at Charing Cross. Let's go forward, I guess.
Alrighty then. So where do you believe is your right way to go?
Let's see what I got here. It keeps on wanting me to go to.
I think Tickers sounds right.
I still have a bunch at. Yeah, it keeps on wanting me to go back to that, but I guess Piccadilly. Yeah, Piccadilly's good.
Try cleaning up your quest log if you want, Indy, and just keeping the main quest line like you just tried before. You can abandon them as much as you like and restart them in Slack, but if you fill your quest log too much, you can hold too many quests. It will say full.
Okay.
So if you want to clean them up, they will let you know if it's a priority quest. Like if you abandon it, you will have to, re-log in to refresh it or something. So then that one's important to you. But the rest of them should be able to just switch off.
Yeah. All right, I'll abandon the side stuff. Yeah, so now I just have. All right, kill Duke. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. I mean, they'll be in these stations forever, hopefully.
Yeah, it says I still have some quest I have to turn in. I don't know who that's with, though.
I'm guessing if Afron wanted you to speak with our good...
Oh, yeah, he's over there. Yeah, I can see that.
I love this guy. It's TechSmith314. Got to give credit to them. Every NPC is voice acted to react differently to every character class, being gender as well. So Lucis here is my favorite one. I hope you get to have some good fun with him with his quest later on, because he's crazy, and he talks about Gorilla Grodd from DC Universe and stuff like that, where
wow,
yeah, he's crazy, man. He's good fun.
Yeah, they do have a lot of little winks.
Puns
Yeah.
especially with the Dark Horse comics and stuff. Right, let's get Piccadilly done for you then. I'm guessing you're on your way to Piccadilly Circus. Fantastic. Let me just summon the army.
Yeah, it's like my Necro. Necro is my main on Diablo 2. I love filling this entire screen full of skeletons and golems. It was great. Nobody liked playing with you because you'd always... oh, there's some flying guys. That's actually pretty hard to...
Yeah, you might want to use your grappler. These guys kind of
Yeah.
flex around a bit. There you go. Actually, that helps my elementals. You hold them, I shoot them.
Let me bind Sword of Justice to my left here.
Right, so you have the statues quest here. That's good.
That works great on these guys, actually.
Oh yeah, good.
they're-
your favourite, Indy. You've got these beacons, which are pretty much 3 of them together. So
Oh,
you
just
can
gonna
right
use
click
them.
on them with the speech
Yeah.
bubble. Yeah, and see if it does things for you. There should be a last one over here. Let's say quest
Yeah.
out the way. Right.
Cool. Yeah, they kind of blend in with the surroundings. I don't always notice them.
Yeah, this game's got its notoriety where if you got tunnel vision and you're just going from one end of the street to the other, you will go, damn, gotta backtrack. There's a lot of fun. Oh, the Hell Rift. I'm not usually a fan of these because they're usually difficult for me. But give me a second, let me just check what it is.
I think
It
you're
is
high enough level, right? You should be pretty
Yeah.
high.
We don't need to do this just now. And we got another one coming up. I usually give them a miss if I can, but they're definitely like your treasure zones and stuff. Risk over
Okay.
reward again. But we got one later. The game teaches you what they're all about.
Cool.
Treasure chests and maybe some more elites in there. 2 types of rift. One a treasure rift, which is just, you know, that place without the extensions on it. But yeah, if you see passageways, investigate them. Treasure passageways, elite passageways, and hidden passageways. Really beneficial for your characters.
Nice.
Yep, definitely making good speed.
It feels so weird now shooting.
Yeah, grenade launcher.
A lot of damage, really slow rate of fire.
Yep. Yeah, the pain of using that gun, but usually good when you've got something that can speed it up, I guess. Your engineer, for example, has the legendary haste bot. Increases all attack speed by whatever the set your level is on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
let the grenades fly, basically.
Yeah, basically. Oh, there's Epic over here. Epic
We
Blood
have
Angel.
A lot of it here, yeah.
Oh,
Congrats,
there's a
enjoy.
rare too.
I can pull them down on my demon in a sec.
Oh, flood back up. Come here.
Fortunately, I'm relying on you now because I'm not good for these. Nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's a nice combo.
Keep thinking of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, exactly. Get over here.
Finish it.
Just leaving all these greens on the ground for now.
If you want to break them down, I can wait. It's no problem. Just don't die.
Seems like breaking down and getting enough items to craft stuff takes forever in this game. Is it actually viable later on? I'm sure it is, I guess, but...
Yeah. here's where the game gets interesting. The crafting side of this game allows you to upgrade all your weapons by obviously the forges and stuff. Later, because you are given a transmogrifier cube, if you know what the Heroic cube is, you can
Yeah.
get rings, amulets to convert over. Um, there is blueprints in this game. You can make weapons out of them. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to sell them, go for it. But some people out there, I don't know what they can be used for elsewhere other than the fact of just upgrading and making weapons. But I keep onto it like a stack or two. I mean, if you can split it and you don't mind it taking up a bit of space, then yeah, and they make good money too for selling because some people actually use them. I am always doing the high end tier, which is the Abyss, and that is always dropping the rings which I need for my class. Think of them as skill tokens, like +1 to blades or whatever.
Yeah.
That's RNG. So you might need 1,000 of this or 2,000 of that just to make the ring appear, and even then it could be a bad ring. So off you go again, getting more supplies basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
people do pick up little trades like, oh, I'll only pick up the blues, or I'm only looking for legendaries. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, it's hard to say because in a lot of games they kind of get it wrong, where past a certain point greens are useless. Like that's how quite often games like Destiny are. Like past a certain point you'll never ever use a green, but the Diablo creators they kind of started the system really, but
Well, here's where it gets a little funny for me. Personally, I still hold on to greens and blues because everything is RNG in this game, even the loot. So on this loot, there might be good properties on it, which I'll probably never find again for another couple of weeks. Let's say like +3 to skills or all attributes or something. But yeah, there's only rare occasions where I might pick up a weapon and keep that for life. But again, it comes back to the old joke of the auto dismantler request being asked every time. Hellgate
right.
Global took what Flagship Studio did and made it better in their way, where everything was automated. People just liked it where the loot was automatically broke down for them. Me, I kind of like it because, well, this is how it was, and sticking to what Amata's team are doing, it's authenticity over anything. So, yeah, I don't know if they have any ideas for them, but who's to say they can't introduce their own crafting recipes for things later on.
Right,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, the idea is that, like, the color shows the potential, you have the potential of making a really, really good item because you can have, like, 4 abilities instead of 3, or 4 modifiers or whatever, but the idea that all of a sudden, past a certain point, you'll never ever pick up another green because they're all useless, that doesn't seem as ideal. So I think that this game probably has more of an opportunity to get, good, you could potentially even not do great, but you'd be able to do okay with a white item even later on. Whereas
Yeah,
most games nowadays, like you wouldn't even think about using a green or a blue late game.
I'm guessing this is the standard that they wanted, and it is the option they liked. So, well, greens and blues are here forever.
Yeah.
Whatever the level. Ah, here's another named mob. Nice. The essences are important of these. I hope you're keeping them.
Yeah, I'm trying to at least. It's like my loot gets so filled. I'm wishing that
Yeah.
I'm wishing we had. That's one of the things that the revival mod did is it doubled your inventory. I think.
Yeah. Did you pick up the Heroic cube or the transmog cube at the start of this game? Did you pick
Oh,
it up by any chance?
I don't know. Yeah, I know people use it as a backpack. I should probably do that.
That's a good suggestion. Yep, the cube is a backpack. I don't know if there was any extra mod slots in this game. I know of a backpack which is in the game's code, but it's not currently used. That's
Oh,
because I've seen in single player, but who's to say it won't be patched in or something? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just in my blood, but infantry managing system and checking sure your loot had enough space was just part of the grind then, or the The old playing style. Just used to it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it always was like that, and it's gotten a lot more forgiving over the years. Like, you don't pay attention, but like in Diablo 3, they made all the items much smaller, so you can hold a lot more of them. And in Torchlight, you had a pretty big inventory, and you could send your minion back to sell stuff for you, which was kind of
Wow.
kind of handy.
Yeah. It's nice to see all these changes in styles. Every game's unique and. Oh
Yeah.
man, I was born too late in life.
Yeah.
They got it so easy now. Back in our day.
Back in our days.
Yeah, man.
No, I remember I live streamed Diablo on its 20th anniversary, and it was actually a pretty popular live stream. At the time, it was my most watched live stream. But the original, like OG, like no mods, no nothing. It was a bitch to get to work, but it was actually surprisingly different and fun. Like it's aged, but it's really different from what we're used to now. It was a lot more of like a rogue game. Like, you dropped all your equipment when you died. I didn't remember that. You dropped all your equipment when you died. Gold.
D1,
Yeah, and gold takes up inventory slots, and they stack in like stacks of like 5,000 or something. So some items literally require like a full inventory full of gold to buy. It was kind of funny.
Yep, everything was pretty much put into item slots. Yeah, D1 was an amazing game for me. I don't know, it changed a lot of playing styles, which I wasn't used to then. I mean, I'm trying to think. Commodore into PlayStation, and then PC came out of nowhere. I just wasn't used to it. It was like, it captivated me and made me appreciate micromanaging games, and then other games that had that type of style, like Theme Hospitals or Sim Cities. It was just, everything started connecting.
Yeah.
I don't know why, man.
No, I'd be down it if you ever want to play Diablo 1 again. You probably have to use some sort of service to get a network going, but that game is surprisingly fun. I'm telling you, it's still great.
Oh yeah, I lost many years on that game.
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah, that was always fun. I always did co-op, but occasionally we'd always right outside of the first act town I did mostly PvP in Diablo 2 because internet wasn't so great back in Diablo 1. But
I forgot the name. Is it Aegea? I sense a soul in search of answers. I haven't heard that in ages. Holy crap, man. Oh yeah. Wart. The beginning of this game is
yeah,
the Easter egg of Wart. If you look at his T-shirt, it's quite funny as well.
yeah, they do have a lot of little winks about like they have the charged bolt and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the small things, man.
I just wanted to kind of.
Yeah,
So?
it is. We're
Let me
looking for this bloody hell rift. Sorry.
Let me just go back to town real quick. I'm gonna unload all this stuff.
Oh yeah, go for it. I'll stand on the rift waiting for you.
Cool. Yeah, apparently somebody did a complete engine rewrite for the original Diablo called Beelzebub. That might be a bit more modernized. That could be kind of. That may be kind of cool. Yeah, it's got like it's like 60 FPS and hardware accelerated and stuff like that. So it looks pretty cool. I do want to try it sometime.
Well, if I can get the strength and pick up a sword, yeah, I'll give it a bash. But wow, there's definitely a game I've not touched in. When the hell did that first come out?
Was it 96, 97, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I still got the damn Battle.net edition. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't even support any of that on. They actually support Diablo 2 just fine on Battle.net, surprisingly, but Diablo 1, no. They dropped that a while ago.
Yeah, respectfully, I believe you can maybe find communities doing VPN servers, but I haven't touched that in a good time. That is really making me with glee now, thinking about it. The joy, I mean, yeah, not long ago did Baldur's Gate. I mean,
yeah, that's almost 20 years now. Fallout was 20 years ago. Yeah, I did a video on Fallout where it's around its 20th. It's been a while. Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII and Fallout came out within a couple days of each other. I didn't realize that in the States.
Oh, yeah. I was lucky to be spared that. I had a brother who basically took the Final Fantasy. I followed another game that came out from Konami called Suikoden or Suikoden.
Oh yeah, Suikoden. Yeah, it was
So,
great. I love that game.
yeah.
It had castle battles. It had one-on-one duels. Yeah, that game was awesome. I like that.
And
I don't know
that
how
for
you
me
say it,
was
but
my thing away from there. Just trying to make. I think Fantasy Star Online was my first ever action RPG game done proper until
yeah.
like its dying end, and
Was
I
the-
missed that.
that was Dreamcast, right? Or did they do it one earlier than that? Yeah.
No, they did Dreamcast, and I think the PC had Blue Burst or something. But yeah, the Dreamcast was amazing. It made me who I am today, I guess, thanks to it. Wow, so revolutionary for its day. So many games, man. So many games.
Yeah, Dreamcast was really ahead of its time. It's too bad it just got hit right on its head with the PlayStation 2, which had a lot more mainstream popularity. But it was a great system. It had a web browser, which didn't come back until like the PS3 or something.
Microsoft CE edition, Champion edition, yeah. Early friggin' internet. Wow.
I think it was just so foreign and so ahead of its time. People didn't think about plugging in. Like the idea of me plugging in a network cable into my Xbox 360 was weird, but I was out of the gaming for a little while during that time.
Keep having like a little tear every time I see the trailer for the Dreamcast's game for that. Like it was fully describing the internet for that year. Millions of people connecting for the first time, discovering working in and I'm like, wow, I want this. And bloody hell.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing what marketing can do for your excitement for a game. There's famously a. I can teleport to you.
It was done right and it was done proper. A lot of honesty in that game. Kind of not see it much these days, I think. I don't know. My opinion.
There's definitely more. It's the vertical slice that they call it, is where you take the absolute best part of the game and show it off, and you don't leave anything up to the imagination.
Sometimes I think they're showing off too much of the games these days and not leaving the rest up to your imagination until you get in. But
yeah, it's the problem. Like this is what I do now. Whenever I see a game trailer, I assume that the trailer showed absolutely everything I can do. You never assume it can do more than what it shows. Because if you assume that there's more, you're going to be disappointed.
yeah, I definitely learned my lesson after saying once, twice, 3 times. The Aliens Clone Marines was the last time. I'm never doing anything like that again. Had too much faith in it.
Yeah, a friend of mine was really looking forward to that as well, but yeah, the Gearbox.
To be fair to it, it looked like what Alien Isolation is now, what Clone Marines could have been.
Alien Isolation was great.
Fear factor. Oh yeah, man.
And I actually thought that the Alien versus Predator game around that time was actually underrated. That was actually not bad.
It was a damn good series of games. Well made. Kept to the story and its own branch of life as well.
Yeah.
Damn it, man! I'm gonna need some more hard drive space now.
Oh, you're telling me I have two 4 terabyte drives.
All these games, yeah.
I have 8 terabytes of data, and my first hard drive is getting pretty close.
Wow. Okay. I believe your quest item should be in here somewhere. We're looking for the tablet, and then hopefully you should be part. Oh, and
Oh, the big guys.
You gotta love the RNG of this game. The game's on your site today.
Yeah, I do videos though, so that's where most of my space is going.
I'm finding myself in.
It looks so silly with.
Game. I just stream it, and strangely, a lot of people just find it and go, "Wow, I remember this," and "Wow, that's how you did it," and sort of thing. It's pretty nice.
It was cool when you get the random audience. That's what happened with my Hellgate video. Like people had stumbled across it and then not played Hellgate for like years and years, like 8 years or something like that. I'm like, why is this coming up my feed? But I'm not mad. I'm just like, why did this come up my feed? People are actually legitimately, you know, curious about how YouTube fed it to them. The Tomb of the Oracle.
You have now the head of the Oracle. I love this quest. You are literally building an Oracle, little demon pet.
Hmm.
Right. We are kind of done here if you want to skip it.
Oh. I may have done this part before.
Dice and look for chests.
This is a really cool area. I do like the kind of fog and high ceilings and stuff.
Volumetric fog and the scaling to the roof is gorgeous.
This game has a really weird way of... Something about this engine just looks really kind of eerie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the combination of... I think it's the FOV combined with the... Yeah, there's a little bit of motion blur, DirectX 10, like depth of field and stuff. It just got an eerie look to it.
Given what I was trying to research myself from them, they had big plans what they wanted this game to do. You know, very action, very beautiful, but solid in some places.
Yeah.
And then again, what's the best way of saying it? Unlocked potential and talent let loose to do what they wanted. No strings attached. So basically, they were allowed to do all this and have no restraints. Basically, I think it was amazing. No set, you know, like, oh, we're working to this, but go for it anyway. They were trying everything at once. And it was
absolutely
awesome creativity. Too much juice in some places, because every time I come in here, I keep having jitters that bloody Reaper sitting on that podium is going to jump off there and chop me off these days, like, animated wise.
Yeah, it's amazing when, in some cases where something like that happens, like, so many games now look the same because they all use the same engines and the same techniques and the same hardware, and it just got this kind of staleness to it all. Whereas, you know, there was a time where like each game was its own like journey to figure out what it was, and like I recently I found and interviewed the creator of the Elder Scrolls. The guy actually started the whole thing, and yeah, like he obviously hasn't been involved with the series for a while, but he had some very, very interesting things to say, like how he named, you know, some basic, you know, the gods of the universe and how they, what inspired him and things like that. Like, obviously a lot of you know, pen and paper RPGs and things like that, but it's very interesting. Like, there were real like visionaries back in the day. Now it's more of like a production line, if that makes sense.
I think everybody was testing the waters of what they could get away with the introducing of what 3DO and 3D or something like that. Oh, I can't. Gotta be careful.
3D effects.
The leap and bounds of 3D effects just made way for critical places. I reckon our upbringing and our gaming experience, we've just seen it from the dawn to where we are now, and maybe we can now call it this is the standard, maybe, of like how everything looks.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I reckon when VR or something else hits the field and immersive or immersion kicks off like that, I hope people enjoy it. For me, I'm just waiting for that next big VR thing. But yeah, I'm definitely retiring when Robert Hammett's Assassin thing comes out. I can't do any more after this.
Yeah, we'll see if yeah, we actually talked about that game with the creator of the Elder Scrolls. It's interesting. Because he's looking forward to it too, because he played all the old games like Elite and things like that, which had, you know, huge universes and things like that. He's really looking forward to it, but he kind of concurred with me in that it's either going to be the greatest game ever conceived by man, or it's going to be an absolute disaster. Nowhere in between, just because it's so very ambitious, I should say. It's like trying so many things. I'm sure it won't be a bad game. It'll be disappointing.
Oh, no.
It'll be disappointing to people. Yeah, if
it'll probably be the best tech demo on the planet. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Just like No Man's Sky was a fantastic tech demo until you actually played it.
too many yeses and then too many oh we're sorry but here we are later in life. I don't know. I'm into crew type games where you work as a team to pilot said vehicle of whatever description. It's kind of what I used to do in my occupation. But yeah, I'm looking for those type of crew lines in the games. I'm not really a nautical where you're working on a boat or anything, but space combat, that's what I love. And now and again, I like playing games that keep you versed in simulators. So let's say you got drama free for your milsim discipline on that, and you've got zero gravity games like I don't know, Elite Dangerous or anything like that afterwards. But
Yeah.
it's always nice to come back to these where you've basically picked up your basic skills from. So yeah, it all fits together somehow.
Yeah, I love the idea of one kind of arcadey but still really fun game was you ever play there's a couple games that did that. It was I think Airship Buccaneers and there was another game, I forget what it was called. But you basically are in these like kind of steampunk ships, and there's a guy who helms the ship, and there's like cannoneers, and guys have to reload the cannons. It's super fun and interesting. I never really got.
That style of gaming is definitely taken off now, and hopefully see how it goes. But yeah, I love the mechanics of that. Like you've got this one guy, he's the loader. You got the one guy who's your gunner, and boom, it just works pretty nice.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
So where are we going next? We are. I still have Piccadilly Circus.
Did we miss something? Explorer, is it all?
Oh, I have to ask Murmur.
I would counterfy, my friend. Your sword, believe in you.
Where is Murmur?
He is standing behind you.
He is standing.
This guy is
Believe
a
me, there's
1,000 enigmas in one.
Don't want to spoil too much for the audience, but
Oh yes, this guy. If you've ever, what is it with the philosophy of the law of a vampire? A vampire can never walk into your house unless it's been welcomed. To me, that's Murmur. You're welcomed. Yeah.
yeah, I always thought those vampire myths were interesting. There were a lot of them. Some of the things that people actually did to help stop vampires were fascinating. Did you know that they sometimes would, quite often red-haired people were considered vampires, which I kind of find hilarious. But
And the witch.
but no, like if they suspected you were a vampire, they would put you in a coffin, bury you upside down with the idea that the vampire would try to burst out of the coffin, but if there's just dirt below them, they wouldn't go anywhere, which is hilarious, but also like doesn't make any sense physics wise either, but it's still hilarious.
Well, medieval science at its best. Gotta love it.
All right, I think I'm good now. Okay, so I have to speak with Lucius Aldrin. Lucius Aldrin.
He is over here downstairs next to his good old friend TechSmith 314. These two get along like a house on fire. If you've ever picked up on the British humor of Blackadder, Rowan Atkinson.
I've heard of that. I haven't watched them.
Okay. You got like your Lauren Hardy, but in terms, these two are like the comedy duo of the game. Like, it's a work-hate-love relationship where he doesn't want to work with him, but he's forced to work with him, and yeah.
I'll have to read up on it sometime other time. I don't want to slow you down right now, but it seems like a colorful character.
Let's
see.
Chocolate pack?
I don't want to bore my viewers to tears here. Alright, now, wait. I still have Explorer Piccadilly Circus?
I think you can skip that.
Alright, now it's just Leicester Square. Wait, isn't that an old one?
That is an old one. I think you can skip that too.
Oh, we didn't get to the circus. We got to the approach. That's right. I think that's what happened.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah, I think we have. Well, I guess we'll go back. I guess there's
now
still
you're
some
deciding
to.
to take. Yeah.
Oh, did I took your portal. Can you teleport onto me?
Give me a sec. No, it's fine. What the hell does this guy want? Random guy comes up to me, says, "Hey, duel me." Go away.
Somebody trying to duel you?
I got a private message here. He wants. Long story. I'm trying to test stuff personally in this game. PvP is what I'm looking at later to see if the mechanics are working. Every time there's a patch, I set like a things to do list just to make sure the basics are working, and usually get a bunch of guys together to test what the patch was made for, and get feedback that way.
Yeah.
So there's always little things to do.
Yeah, I keep forgetting there was actually a PvP mode in this game. This game was so ambitious.
Yep, capture the flag, deathmatch, dueling, and everything else. I do recommend, if you really want to take dueling to the next level, play a hardcore mode.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be rough.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't have many complaints about that one. 100% satisfaction.
Yeah, it'd be satisfying if you win though.
Yeah, I remember the D2 being the same, where you had some like professional hardcore elitists, as we call them. They had like the best builds, 100% life steals, and so what we're doing here for you, by the way, exploring it all.
Okay, we also have Green Park Station as well now. I don't know that my quest feed is all sorts of messed up.
I would literally say kill them with fire. We started from fresh. Find the one that was meant to be for Green Park and go that way instead, because this is back to where you just came from, respectfully. And if it kicks you out the game, just come back in. Talk to Lucius again, and there's that done basically.
Okay, so I still have explore Piccadilly Circus. I guess we haven't explored the entire thing. Let me pull up the map.
No, this is a meme within this community. Piccadilly Circus has a reputation of you have to find the exact spot of the needle, of the grid square, of the radius of where the map made the trigger for that quest to be complete. It could be anywhere in the street, on top of a bloody bin, down the back of an alley. So, yeah, enjoy happily discovering Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah, I can see the map is like filling in certain spots, but yeah, like you said, it's hard. Usually they have a little bit of a fuzzy, completion where like, okay, you got 85%, you're good, but
think of it as a tic-tac-toe. Just zigzag up and down the place, thinking of areas that you're literally looking for a area.
a dimmed out part, yeah.
It's not necessarily on the map dim, it's physically a spot on this map tile that you've got to find, which is known as, like the location for the trigger. You're looking for a trigger area, basically. I think
Really?
that's a better way of saying it.
Huh.
Yep. And we've had a few problems with it where, known issue-wise, it would spawn off map. Now, hopefully, it hasn't done that for you, so you should be okay. Well.
Here's a rare shrieker. I'll take him.
Yeah, take that out. Boom. Yeah, as Bab's saying in the chat, explore literally means find the spot. So, I wonder if it's. I wonder if it's near the bookshop, because I didn't remember you going up that way. Could you carry on a straight line that way, where we're shooting towards, like
Sure.
line-wise? There was that area which I don't think you danced around with because I pulled you back.
No, there's a lot of unexplored over there, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. And I think you went to the shop to the left, and I said no, don't play it left, so it should be around here. If it's not, I say abandon it, because I can tell you I've wasted pretty much like 6 hours one time trying to find it.
Really?
Yeah, when I'm streaming, it's definitely an end stream stopper. Sorry guys, I have to find this quest. But you've been looking forever, man. I can't help it. I'm a completionist. Speaking of chest, congrats.
Oh, a fancy one.
A nice brown item drop. I don't know what that is. Ooh, nice. I'll take that. Minion gear. Anything that gives my minions minion stuff.
It's rare.
Fantastic.
It's rare when you actually see a building that looks fancy like this.
This is one of those famous bookshops. I'm not familiar with London off by heart, but if you go downstairs, there's probably some dead guy. Yeah, this is always random, but it's very significant. The bookshop in Piccadilly. Please remember it. Walk inside. There's always a guaranteed chest upstairs. Okay,
Hmm.
it's one of those landmarks.
So when I'm going to London again, I'll make sure to walk by the dead guy and pick up
Go
a
upstairs.
chest upstairs.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? I don't have a good advice. There can be a chest up here.
There's always chests in the Piccadilly Circus.
Oh goodness, hell yeah.
That's funny. Oh, Gremlin Sniper.
Oh goodness me.
I've been to London a couple times. It's quite nice. I like it. I was amazed at how nice and friendly and the cabbies were, and how nice the cabs were.
Oh yes. London cabs for the win.
All right.
Safest way to travel. Did you get it?
Yeah. Speak with TechSmith 14. Nice. Got it.
Wow. Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Some people take longer than this. Indeed, you're very lucky today. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess I am.
The game kind of believes that you will leave Charing Cross Station one day.
No, I think that Omerta probably just saw the stream as like, and just fixed it.
Oh, I sometimes, believe, obviously this is just a joke now, that, secretly he sits there on the dashboard going, yes, I will. Nah, I don't think he does anything to manipulate the game on live, but, you could always theorize, like, well, the math is on, this just happened.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
No, I don't want to get into trouble. Gets enough stick already, the poor lad. Anyway.
Alright. I'm out of analyzers.
Come on over.
Need some?
So long.
No, I can buy some. I just had to.
I think I gave you a nice
Whatever you
donation
like.
of money that should be able to get you whatever the skill's selling.
Now you gave me like 50,000. I have 58,000. I'm
That'll
good.
do.
Thank you.
That'll do. Oh, this girl, Holloway. She kind of has a kinky spot for Blade Masters. Just be careful there.
Okay, a better helmet. And
nice. Speaking of which.
yeah, I've not been really paying attention to the elements just because we've been cutting through things so quickly, but I'm sure it'll change once we get a bit further.
Well, if you know where good bosses are, kill them. But this game tries to give you every single piece of armor if possible, like spiritually, but yeah, even that's random.
Yeah.
But when you hit level 15, you should have a general idea what your Blade Master's doing, where it's going, and what it's missing. And like, if you played the game for that long, like, oh yeah, that's what I need. Like a bigger sword, or in my case, what the hell are you doing? Just give me a second. Oh, he's farming that. Alright.
Definitely like the armor and monster design in this game. It's very nice.
Is that a heavy weapon?
I think it was the main selling point. They got it just right. When you think Templar, you think iron sets, and then boom, you had a bit of I don't know, Fallout magic on it, and this is what you got. But they did this really nice. I really love the armor sets. I tried to mimic some of it in Skyrim, or some people's made it for like Fallout armor, as we call it. It's really nice to work with. I really like the art style with it.
Yeah, it's great.
Is that a heavy weapon in your pocket, or are you just...
It's nice when you find like just a really unique and fun setting. Like this is like Terminator meets Diablo, basically. It's just it just works so well.
They definitely had a great positive idea what they were doing from start to finish. Diablo 2 was definitely a good stomping grounds for them. Just got to they never were able to add more to it, which they were wishing to do. So they brought it here instead. So
yeah,
after both worlds.
Yeah, I mean, they
Very
really,
ambitious, though.
yeah, they really, let me, just, okay,
They
yeah.
won basically in my books, yeah, hands down.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard gets a lot, too much credit for Diablo. Before they were even known as Blizzard North, they had to sell Blizzard on publishing it, and they kind of took it over. And obviously some people in Blizzard helped and things like that, but Diablo was really didn't really have much to do with Blizzard at the beginning at all. So it was, yeah. Part of my thing on YouTube is just get half of it, just like credits where credits due, just making sure that people understand where things come from and appreciating that, and seeing more insight and stuff like that. But sometimes it's hard to know.
Well, you probably get one of those where you get to stop and think about it, where you take a bit more like, how was this game made? And then you get to know all the little stories and eggs and stuff like that was made. For me, this was one of the many free games which I truly cared about passionately, like why it was put together and made and that. So from Fantasy Star to this to, I guess, later games after that, but this one, it kind of motivated me to try 3D artwork and stuff like that, because it blew me away. I mean, I just came off games like Half-Life or simpler things, and then you came to this. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it truly was. Yeah, I mean,
Spiritually, anyway. Yeah.
just unique, interesting ideas like this. They just don't happen very often. So it's really really cool to look at that. Especially like you think that this idea, Diablo meets Terminator, looter shooter, lots of different various classes would be a complete hit. I mean, by today's world, I mean, Destiny 2 came out a couple weeks ago, and it's basically the same idea. Obviously, very different execution, but it's just a lot of. Yeah, it's tough because sometimes you might have the best idea, just the wrong time,
Pretty much. Yeah. Rinse and repeat. Too way ahead of its time, and yeah. I'm still happy it was actually made and got done. That's
Yeah.
for me. And even though if it was just a short life, it still carries on to this day. So amazing, yeah. Community, man. It's what they did it for, and the fans just do the rest.
Yeah.
They shall come.
It's amazing what fans and modders can do these days. Like I was, one of probably my most popular stream was, I played about 12 hours of, over 3 sessions of, Fallout New Vegas, and, it was really interesting, I was just scratching the surface really, but I was, trying to mod it to make it a better game, and it's amazing what you can do with games just by changing a couple settings and upping certain things, replacing animations. It felt like a sequel. It's crazy.
Yep. I think this 2017 has been a bit of a mixed bag for modders and some games, but when it's done right and everything's allowed, given the blessings and stuff, it'll shine great, man. But when you've got more sets of eyes or more people coming out from the field to look at the engine to make it better, it's more creativity and more inputs. It all helps to the end.
Yeah.
Nice one.
And half the time, the modders come up with these great ideas, and the actual developers will like, oh, that's actually a really good idea. Let's put that in the sequel.
Good. I love that. Hey, your mod's doing well. Can we borrow that for a sec? Thank you.
Yeah.
Give you credit. I love that really much, man.
It's hilarious. It's not completely confirmed, but for a long time, Nintendo's been against emulating old console games. They're like NES and SNES games and stuff like that. Ooh, these are rare. So they've been like, cease and desisting and threatening to sue and stuff like that. And these people are like, okay, I don't have an NES. I'll never get another NES again, but I love the old games. And they legally obligated to defend their intellectual property and stuff. So you can't blame them for protecting their rights. But what's really, really funny is they're threatening to sue these people who've been or actually I think have sued people for emulating their old NES games and stuff like that, right? But if you look into the code of their like Wii Store versions of their old games, if there's traces of those ROMs, yeah, it's crazy. So they were, yeah, a little suspicious.
Yep. Where do they get their? Okay, I'm gonna be careful my words there, but yep.
Yeah, a little silly.
It's all fun, man. It's all fun. Me, I'm very thankful that my growing up, the mother's side of the family had like a arcade parlor. They
Oh, nice.
For the area, so I grew up with all the machines for the day. Got PCB boards and a name cabinets in the corner, but it's designed where I can Raspberry Pi a lot of the stuff I can buy off eBay and just play them.
Yeah.
Love to just stream them and play them co-op. Lately, playing the games online using like an arcade machine connected to an arcade machine, that has been one of the main amazing things for
Oh,
me.
you've done arcades online? That's awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's an ongoing thing. Respectfully, I do it legitly. Like, you know, I will buy the game, it's my game, but I will never play like, you know, ROMs which can do multiplayer, but I don't have the ROM for it, so I do support that way. But
Yeah.
it's always nice that there's communities making games around there. I mean, what's the most successful one? Take like, I don't know, Turtles or Simpsons or anything that you might know which had multiple 4-player co-ops, like the Dungeon and Dragons series.
Yeah.
Out of Hearts. There's communities devoted to that, like playing it traditionally and amazingly. It's ridiculous, man.
No, there's a whole documentary on Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is incredibly difficult to get to later levels. It's truly challenging, and you get to the point where like the highest competitive level is how many points can you get before the game literally crashes. Yeah, the kill screen.
That.
It's really cool.
If there's a game, there's a community in some respect. If it's supporting it or hating it, that's kind of what I love about social media these days for it. But yeah, I'm seeing or finding a lot of supportive groups. That's what carries me into like finding games like this. I didn't even know Hellgate was being relaunched through you know, Martyr's thing until I was playing on single player, given the revival mod, you know, like a shakedown, going, oh, this is great, you know.
Yeah.
And then out the blue, hey, you do know multiplayer's back, yo. What? What? Who, what? Where? And you know, call them out on it. And yeah, my heart kind of dropped. I'm like, wow, even this has got a multiplayer coming back. If there was multiplayer mode on the game,
That's where it came from.
some way, yeah, we came from here. So I reckon somebody will probably make a way to try and play for it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Anyway.
I've been wanting to do that with. I know that like I've done some emulation. I've emulated like, you know, PlayStation, GameCube, NES, SNES, stuff like that. But they have like a network support for all those, and if in the actual emulators, so you can actually just remotely play online with any of those games. That'd be awesome to play those games again, like on stream or whatever. But yeah, some of those games are great. I even streamed Secret of Mana and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Those games, those are classics.
Amazing, dude. Amazing. Yeah, I'm kind of quietly working on a small mod to go with a fan-made project, which was Streets of Rage remake before Sega asked them to take it down.
Shut it down.
We managed to get a small network emulated server working for it, so yeah, might bring some life into that if it's allowed. Just for testing purposes, and yeah, and other games that can support the engine will. Oh, I am a question now. Have we caught up to me? I like it.
Oh, is this where you're at?
Yeah, this is where we were up to engineer standard wise. We got it here fantastically and made the best of it. So here we are again.
I didn't get up to this place with engineer. I stopped at Caring Cross. Yeah. This is already past where we were with the engineer.
Oh, right, well, overcorrection.
Oh, there's like...
Yep, this is my
There's
home.
like... That's funny. Guys are fighting us while we're in town.
Yeah, this is one of those active stations.
Yeah.
There's not many. Green Park and Stone Engine. I believe Parliament Square share the same player hub where these are all like combat zones. You'll always be attacked and the enemies will be hit by the guards, so sign of life.
This reminds me, I was playing Stalker. You ever play the game Stalker? Chernobyl? Yeah, I played a Call of Chernobyl mod, and that mod is amazing, but oh my god, that game is so buggy.
Wow.
Game is so
very hard
broken.
and buggy, yeah.
Yeah, but that's amazing, like how open and like freeform it is. Like I bumped up the monster count and the NPC count and stuff like that, and there were just like all out wars going on without me. It was crazy. It was really cool though. I could actually get that.
All the posters in this area.
The doing
Oh my
is
god,
complete.
sorry.
Go in the grace of God.
All right, what do we got here? Got a blue shield.
Yeah, Lucius wants us to visit all the dark places and make this oracle happen, so we should get this going, I guess.
You even have a vault here. I can't even tell.
A what?
Oh, Dark Horse Comics. There you go. Oh yeah, I think they hired them to make the Hellgate comics. I think that's how they got the license, right?
Yep. Oh, spot on. You can find a lot of puns around the place as well, which is quite funny.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's the helmet on the cover, on a lot of the artwork. The
Yep,
green glowing
that's
stuff.
the main Guardian Templar helmet at its best. And
Yeah.
he's wearing the chest guards and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the design I used for the template or the thumbnail for my stream, actually. I can't. I'd like to be able to store stuff, but I don't know where they.
There's no store here currently because this is a live combat station.
Alright.
So there's a station terminal here if you want to travel back to Cross.
That's all good. We can continue.
Okie dokie. So where to now? Is it Death Sewers?
I do have some Death Sewers, yeah.
Sounds good to me. I hope you like black, because it's gonna get creepy in here.
Well, and Death Sewers is creepy?
Well, it depends on how pitch black you want it to be. Well, it's a little bit atmospheric in here, to say. I think you can wish.
That's nice.
Let's light this up a little bit.
I'm a sucker for atmosphere.
Yeah, one of Mike Indigo wants to just basically get through most of the story to get past Charing Cross. He will definitely pick up the side quests when he's ready. That's his main story. Thanks for letting me know about Oxford. There's a little substation around here known as Oxford Station, Indy, where it's not on the main player hub. You have to like discover it by accident, sort of thing.
Oh, so, well, if that's not too far out of the way, that'd be kind of cool to look at it.
It ties into this area where it gives you more side quests out of respect, but you have to go down Savile Road, and find it that way. But it's on your map now, I think it is. Yeah, Savile Road to Oxford Station.
Oxford Circus Station, yeah.
Yeah.
So I see it's on the side there.
Yeah, explore everything in this game. Just go for a wander, and if you can find somebody like a tour guide, they'll let you know. But yeah, that station's kind of nice if you're looking for quick quests in this area. I think we're looking for an altar, knowing you. And you're picking up bits off the floor. The killing zombies, yeah.
Oh, epic zombie.
I'm still trying to recover after playing Splinter Cell Chaos Theory multiplayer from 7 years ago. Oh, you got something?
Got a better grappler finally.
Oh,
Been still using this white grappler, so I got a green one.
It served you well.
So what does it do? It's got a stun, I guess. Well, it's got stun attack strength, which I don't know actually if it does it actually create a stun or is it just add to stun if it already exists.
It'll add a chance to stun. It's a strength on the stun. If that makes sense. So it'll add to all physical does stun, by the way.
Okay.
Physical attacks. So whatever your physical strength is on the weapon, it'll try it add more properties from the prefix you just mentioned, which is more stun.
Cool.
Or so if it starts going hazy, then you know it's working. I'm just trying to remember one of my fellow friends. He plays a tank. Because sometimes his taunt is not strong enough, he just pulls out 2 grapplers and just goes ham on everything.
That is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like weird builds like that. I forgot what I was doing with some game like that, but I like finding things that the designers didn't expect you to do.
Well, you can definitely have some funny things in this. I like to play a second tank in the group, so to wind my little friend up, he taunts, grabs everything, and I try to fight the minions to pull back onto me. It's like a tug of war, basically. Like it's like trying to fight. Oh, was it tag team where you got 2 scorpions, but Liu Kang's in the middle, and they're just doing nothing but hook shots.
Yeah, that's funny. That's an aptly named creature, grotesque.
Sure is. Still can't get over like all the countries have censored versions in this game. You can hopefully see new character models, but some of them were covered up with bandages, not allowed to show skin here or there or blood or something.
Wow, that's so weird.
Man. They went the extra mile for every country in this game.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's really stupid. And also just how sensitive they are. Like, I think there was some movie or some game they got flack for censoring stuff that's usually banned in Turkey, and then Turkey got upset by it's like, how dare you assume that we ban stuff, and then like probably banned it or banned certain things in the game. It's like, okay, if you say no to this 50 times, they're gonna stop showing to you. They're gonna save time, you know. All right, I guess we
respect culture, and countries. Anyway.
But yeah. All right. Supposed to put the. Oh, good. Guess we're good.
Good for good. Fantastic. I believe you are now done here, unless you want to pick some stuff up.
I think we're good.
Have a good day, Mike. Catch you later, man. Nope, this is not the real Indigo. This is his stunt double. He's taking over while Indigo rests. Playing quite good.
Let's go bum tugging. Such a charming young person.
Yeah, I'm the fake Indigo.
You know what I mean? What?
Oh no, not the fake. Just yeah. I heard you don't do your own stunts, so this guy's doing pretty well.
This town is like eerier than most of the other places. All you hear is like a howl of a draft. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, sound effects at its best.
Yeah, sound design is so important. I actually want to do a video series on just picking apart atmosphere and what kind of makes something seem so eerie or so haunting or so memorable. I think it's a really fascinating part of the game. I actually accidentally found out about, I was playing Diablo II, and because I do editing and I switch between clips and stuff, and I have music and voiceover, sometimes I like to record without music in the game, so that I can easily layer over music and keep it nice and consistent. But I turned off the music in Diablo, and then I heard a very, very faint draft. It was just a little bit of air in the background. I was like, wow, they really kind of went the extra mile. You know, even under the music is another layer of atmosphere. It's pretty cool. I can't, so I'm just gonna ditch this stuff.
originally was trying to get a game called Project Eden to work, and I took a look at its installation. They would allow you to install sound separate, music and all that, just so you could have the file space. I'm guessing now, because now they have all the room in the world,
Yeah.
small things like that are just brilliant, taken for granted. But yeah, those extra sounds or the extra music. I mean, hell, even the CDs would have like ambient tracks on them or something, just like that moment in time. They'd have nothing else but like something eerie, like Dusks of Wood or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting what the things you didn't even think about now, but like some games would be released on CD but then released on floppy, and floppy had to be horribly compressed. They'd take out music, they'd replace it with MIDI or do other stuff. Like it was quite something.
Okay.
All right.
Does your Lucius want you to go to another place now?
0 of 8 bits in Death City. I like these
Death
names.
I know,
Death
right?
Sewers, Death Tunnels, Death City. So I guess we do Death City.
I hope you pick up on the meme somewhere. There's a lot of interconnections here.
Reminds me of I don't know if you ever watched that old Disney movie Rescuers Down Under, where it's like oh, this place is cool looking. But it was you know, you could take Satan's Ridge or a Suicide Trail. And he's like, Suicide Trail, good choice. You seem to be doing pretty well. Maybe it's just because you're higher level, but
Nope. You are pretty much catching up to me pretty fast, and you are actually stronger than me in some regards. Me, I'm in that supported build where I'm just trying to dot everything and keep it down. But yeah, you are carrying me now, which is nice.
well, it probably helps to give me the unique or whatever weapons. I've been using that this whole time.
Well, that was the first weapon I found off that boss we killed, shook off when I asked you, did you want to try again earlier? So, yeah,
Cool.
kind of sentimental there. If it's given to you, so I usually pass my belongings on to somebody else. It's no point in hoarding good stuff like that. Somebody else can use it. That or give it to the auction house. And holy crap, making money. I'm looking for something called Crested Stalkers. They look like those things with tails on them that throw fireballs.
The bits of brain?
No, just kill on sight.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of kill on
that is.
sight, carefully. Yeah, the minions caught up to level 12 now. I'm hoping to get to 15 so I can actually start summoning some new elementals for us to use.
Zombie Summoner.
Yeah, if you can focus him down, the rest of them should... Oh, never mind, swap. The other guy's buffing him. It's like two necromancers buffing each other, basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Ooh, leveled. That's about time.
Nice, nice. This guy looks like Abe from Abe's Odyssey. A little bit.
Man, that was a really damn interesting game for its day.
That
Still
was
is now,
super,
I guess.
super cool, yeah. It was so logical, like, you know, using basic communication to work with people and convince people and stuff like that. I just love that mechanic. Art design was so cool. I didn't really like the remake, what they did with the art. It seemed kind of phony, I don't know. The original was so dark and dreary and interesting.
Flagship of a game, I guess. Okay, so what we're looking for is underneath.
Yep, Altar of Horror.
And I'm looking for one more of those black
We need
minions.
Need another bits of brain. Let's see where would that be. Well, we have some buildings off to the side here. Maybe somebody's in there. So how long have you let me try to say English. How long have you been a streamer?
I've been trying since 2013 onwards. Respectfully, went from emulation, like with the arcade machine, with like half a meg and anything I could do with small FPS. But obviously, as the speeds got better in the area, I've tried doing small to big things, but I never stayed long enough to make a schedule, and it's just hobby at heart and stream for fun when I can.
Cool.
But yeah, it's more of a like instead of making like a fraps video of it or recording, live stream for me is like the nicest way of keeping stock video or like help. And I've kind of used this streaming of Hellgate to like show bugs and issues because live camera speaks better than recorded sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm done with my quest here.
All right,
I'll
I've got the
quickly right
bits of
back to
brain
you.
now, so I just need to go back to the end of the altar.
Fantastic.
Just imagine the like guy just scooping up brain into his hands or whatever.
I think you stand to understand why we all love Lucius. He makes you do some crazy stuff, man. This is why he's always in the back of the station, kept away safely from harm, from the public interest.
Yes, even just this shot is so cool. Like you've got the volumetric lighting on all the cracks, and that's all you see in the darkness. It's just so eerie and interesting.
And all they've done is just turned off the skybox and natural light. It's awesome, innit?
Yeah, it's great what a couple atmospheric effects can do. They really get the mileage out of a handful of models. They clearly needed to make more puzzle pieces, but I love this sort of game design. Like I'm a long time really hardcore fan of the game Daggerfall, which is one of the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah.
And that game is gigantic. It's literally the size of England. It's bigger than England. But most of it was procedurally generated, and obviously a lot of it looks similar to itself. But
Hey there, wizard and warrior.
I love the idea
Looking good.
of just making a gigantic world where it literally takes hours and hours to get from one side to the other.
Crack though, if you know what I mean.
And a lot of that requires just clever use of the same pieces.
Sir, if you try and order me, sir, I
We
will
got
be found
open world
programmed
games
to
like
say
that.
something kind and uplifting
It just
at this
blew me
point.
away.
There is
Yeah.
Now,
that is working in my favor.
well, I'm used to it, but I still prefer when they do the virtual mapping. Credit to companies like anybody that does big open skybox. I don't know. I need to find a video I saw on YouTube. Really nice guy. He did like all the games from certain era to now, but the scaling in measurements and that.
Oh yeah.
And bloody hell, it's amazing for like when you reach to this year's what the games are capable of doing for size and that. Oh, anyway, give me a moment.
There's one guy who actually did a live actual recording of walking from one end to the other in Daggerfall, across the entire Iliac Bay, and it took him like something like 20 videos, and they're all like several hours each. It was just insane. Such a big game. Hundreds and hundreds of cities and towns and taverns and stuff. Just nuts.
Okay. I
Surge of
do
Wrath.
believe-
I don't think I actually added that skill, did I?
If you're maxing out skills, try this. Get your SOJ to about like 9 out of 10, just for interest, because you might come across a helmet later in the game that gives you like +1 all stats. I tried to not cap something out, but I do drop like 1 or 2 points into things to see where they work. Your healing surges are very nice. I might need to get you the item that unlocks your temple healing. But
Yeah, it's weird. I only added 1 to healing, Surge of Restoration. I have 2 points in Surge of Wrath for some reason. I don't think maybe that's coming from an item. I don't think I actually put those points in. But,
yeah. I believe
oh
it's
yeah,
also
enhance my
like-
items. Yeah, it's off of something. But, yeah, that's pretty much, I have not been, like, dipping into my health, even my shield. I don't know why. I guess I just have good armor or something, but I've not been even dipping into my health. I'm curious about Crosscutter, but I have been using a lot of the Swords of Justice, so it does seem to be just a really good overall ability.
It's a nice opener and a nice like hold down, stand your ground. Okay, the Blade Master can pretty much take advantages of its elemental weapons it picks up. So, you know how you've got like a mage that can be an ice, arcane, fire, all that good stuff. Well,
Yeah,
in this world, you can do the same thing with those bloody weapons. So if you strengthenize them, you can shut enemies down, disable them, toxify them. In that case, good example, the lightning sword you have stops enemies from using skills. It has a chance to stick static on them. That's it. They shut down, and they're forced then to just brawl you that way. That could be good in some boss fights, I guess. For me, my master Blaze Master, which is the high one, it's a all-round elemental. I try to put as much random properties based on my group or playstyle which I'm fighting. So let's say, yeah, I got this boss, boom, pull up these blades, does its job. But in most cases, raw damage for the win. That's Blade Master. You want to put the hurt on, stick the damage on. But if you want to survive, then slow it down and utilize the other skills. But it's the rogue of the game. I think it's probably a better way of saying it.
okay, yeah. I always thought kind of the rogue would be more like the sharpshooter, because they could shoot from a distance, but I guess it's kind of like, this is kind of like the melee rogue, whereas that one's more like the ranged rogue, yeah.
Okay.
But that you know a lot more about this game than I do, so I'll take your word over mine. Cool, I got another sword, so I have two zappy swords. So
oh, nice.
I've got an 80 and an 87. Cool, I'm ready to go. I guess I have Death's Tunnels. A lot of death here.
A lot of death. Yep, everything's death. I believe probably the cleaner way for me to clean my wordings up is this game will suit your style of whatever you want to imagine to be in the game. If you think it should be doing it, it will be doing it at the end. It's
Yeah.
one of those joys. And if it's not doing it, you can change it out on the fly. And it's just amazing what this game can do with the right mindset, and luckily that you can trade openly. There's no restrictions, so it's all good.
Yeah, I actually asked David Brevik on Twitter, and he responded. He hasn't figured out a for this particular problem the better way to do the, how you waste skills, like you buy skills and you're not sure if you want them and then don't end up using them.
Yeah.
He doesn't know a better way to do that other than the skill synergy, which I think is a pretty good system. It's not perfect, but it is a pretty good way of doing it.
Yeah, this game is classic, from that era, where if you make a mistake, then either A, you gotta live with it, or two, they make the characters sort of laugh. But there is retrainers in this game in the form of like items, consumables.
Right.
It's a very open area for you. And the shielding.
Oh, yep, I'm actually taking damage now. Oops.
Yeah, take it right back. They've got phasing items. That's what that says on use. That's like the slag or the whatever you call it from Borderlands, where you basically take extra damage.
Yeah.
Phasing. We need to prioritize. Could you blindly charge on the right side, dice up the guy that's spitting fireballs, and then come back for hit. Now make sure you got some HP before you run out. Okay, that'll do me. Thank you very much. And take any opportunity kill if you can.
Switch to my.
In a minute. We've got a yellow elite in here as well. Be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly.
I take a health. This is getting exciting. I'm actually getting hurt.
Yep. Control the battlefield. We might need to take a walk in a sec. Yep. Careful there, Indy.
Trying to hit him with some
Remember,
AoE
you can
here.
funnel them. If you want to, you can funnel them back into the small passageway and use your blades there. Into there's a
Oh
door
yeah,
on your left.
I see the yeah.
So, there you go. Chop them up there, my friend. Just take your time. I'll work around the back.
You dropped a lot of stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was a named elite for this area.
Yep.
We will quickly scavenge in a minute. One bit of play style. I mean, see. Okay, that big guy's yours. I'll cover it.
Sorry, run away.
Yeah, the mobs got a simple script. Damn it, I'm nearly dead. I should run for cover. Okay, is that all?
Yeah, it's so dark in here. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to investigate that loot pile that you saw, go for it.
There's still some guys over here. They all gone?
Yeah, my pet's a hole in the area. If you want to come back and check that stack. Nice one, well done.
Nice. Yeah, got a little scary there.
Well, my goodness, they give you healing pots in this game. Well, I mean,
I've got 42 of them. Yeah, I've not barely used them. But no, it's good. A better helmet? No. Oh, that's my helmet's probably been why I've not been taking much. I've got a 16 defense against all special damage effects. Yeah, it's probably helped at least. Do have a really nice shield now. I just like the idea of either pulling and, you know, kiting or whatever, or just going all DPS.
Oh yeah. If time allows it and life is good, you're more than welcome to try a proper group guardian if you want to work with a group that depends on you.
Yeah.
But you will have to, you know, take the team lead. Like, guys, I want you here. Focus with me, please, with this, or you know, free engage. It's nice to have voice communication now. I mean, back in the day, it was all like
X-Fire.
type or-
Yeah.
Oh god, I missed that X-Fire.
X-Fire was
Raffle.com is
great.
closing down as well.
That's too bad.
Yeah, there's not many websites which do that type of game tracking, as I call it. Social
Yeah.
media wise, they're gone as well. There's one I'm forced to use, which I'm not particularly happy with, which is Evolve. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about
so
to
much-
try. I was about to try Evolve because there was some game that I wanted to play. Oh yeah, SWAT. I wanted to play SWAT online.
SWAT 4 for the win. Get that.
Yeah, or that's what I meant. Yeah, I installed the Elite Force mod on that. And that's actually awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You ever play that?
I've had the luxury of actually doing it on the land with some friends. Yes.
Yeah, I do not want to imagine the kind of complication it would take to get it online. But I love the Elite Force mod. I'd be down to play that. I think you can do that through like Game Ranger or something, can't you?
Game Ranger is good for like smaller games, but it's got a very small. Well, I don't know. VPN wise, it's all doing well. I have good success with. I'll say the names. I'm not sponsoring, obviously, but Hamachi, Tongo, but Game Ranger and that Evolve have been working very good for me.
Yeah, I've heard.
Very old games going.
Yeah, Hamachi is probably the most popular one I've heard, but
Well, it's the most basic of like go-to stuff. It was like
Yeah.
the thing for the day. Anyhow,
yeah.
but
No,
it
SWAT.
has helped me with like trying to get old network games to work online with friends. That's just for the main purpose of like going back to play them.
Yeah.
Okay, be careful here.
Ooh. And don't pull the big guy toward me.
They were kind of waiting for you.
Ooh, ooh.
Gotta check those blind spots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just pulling a single guy out, killing him, I guess. Would work.
Robert, if you're listening in, see if you can find anything good for a level 15 plus summoner for me, please. I'll repay you back if you get a chance.
Did you play much of Titan Quest Ragnarok?
I didn't get the chance to take a look at it. After I said hello to you earlier today, I went down a retro binge of looking at the old Tom Clancy Splinter Cell games.
Oh yeah.
Tried for 4 hours to get Chaos Theory of all games to play on a co-op.
Oh yeah, that game had amazing co-op, I heard.
Oh yeah, gorgeous co-op. Spent a hell of a long time playing it, but I couldn't get it to stream. Every time OBS was catching in, it would crash on certain maps, but I managed to get a method to the madness, and yeah, and I really enjoy it, man. I don't know what it is, but you know when you take a game franchise and then they change the game engine routine around, so from a stealth-oriented slow to a faster pace stealth action, like what Blacklist or Metal Gear is like today.
Yeah, I mean, it's practically Gears of War at this point. I mean, I liked...
Yeah.
I played Blacklist a little bit. I couldn't get over the goddamn voice actor. The voice actor was god-awful, but the one before that, what was it? They have so many different names.
Michael Ironside or something.
Yeah,
like
Michael
that.
Ironside was the original. He was there since the beginning of the Splinter Cell, which is awesome. But I played the original. I skipped a few of them, but yeah, they definitely changed.
It's been wonderful speaking at your... Hello! Go in the grace of
I
God.
love this next bit. If you've actually made it, off he goes. Follow him, man.
Oh, you have to follow him. Where'd he go?
Check Texmas's face. Behind the counter.
Behind the counter.
The guy known as Texmas 3414, the one he should be on his face.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to activate.
Never mind.
Was there something I was supposed to see?
Yeah, basically the Oracle is now mind, like a Vulcan mind meld.
Oh, okay.
The two of them are now interlocked, so the guy's now become the prophet of our savior. So later we have to dive into the mind of Texmas 314, which would be a good experience for you. Quite fun.
I'm sorry, I've not been keeping up with the lore. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Warner Brothers meets DC Comics sort of laughter.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes. I'm guessing is probably the better way of saying it. Okay, I believe we are done with this station, and we are now traveling to a place called Chocolate Park. Yes.
Yeah, I need to unload on something. Maybe I can use the station travel.
No. Yep, you can go straight to Charing Cross.
Can I get back here though? I guess I can get back here. Yeah.
Hello, Lifted. Welcome, man.
Hey, Night Adam. See you later. Or Gown. Sorry. See you later, Gown.
Come on over. So long. Come on over. So long.
Oh, for goodness, thank you.
You will be back.
Okay, damn it. They've sent me your
Love your
engineer
outfit.
items. Indeed, you have space in your shed stash bag in a minute.
Shared
I'm
stash.
going for a drink later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some space in the shared.
Okay, catch.
Oh, I don't know if I spaced my current inventory.
Oh, okay.
let me sell
Is
real
that
quick.
a heavy weapon in
Okay,
your
man.
pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Blitzwings looks cool, I guess.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
Should keep that one for later. All right, I should be clear enough here. Let me put some stuff away.
Okay, you ready?
Lord.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate it.
All right, should be good. I still have the Oracle in my inventory, so I must not have given it to somebody.
Oh, you didn't click it. Gotcha. We need to go back. Fantastic. That's good to know. Okay.
Oh, these are some fancy things.
Oh yeah.
Or engineer and marksman. Nice.
Military grade at its best.
Thank you.
This stash. Yeah, not a problem, sir. Good thing about this game is that you play it for often, you will obviously cycle through the loot table and find it once again and amples of it. So, like you and everybody else, spare loot for days, which is nice. That,
Yeah.
and rather not see it crap broken down, but given somebody you can put it to good use later.
Yeah, occasionally you'll just get an amazing looking item. It's like, wow, I do not have a character for that, but that looks great.
Yeah, and that's why I've got many characters called was it the loot stashes or something like that, where you make a character just hold my stuff, damn it.
Well, yeah, that's I believe it was one of the original creators, like either David or Max Schaefer or something like that, where he's talking about how that was intentional as far back as Diablo, because if you made it so you only got stuff that you could use, you would just be content with that. But if you got stuff that somebody else could use, you're like, okay, I'm gonna create that character now. I'm gonna make that build, and it made it even more addictive, you know.
I'm glad they did that, because that kind of falls line to my play style of the Blade Master that you're playing is what I use to feed the other characters gear, and it just works pretty nicely. I mean, I might be skipping things, but you come across it now and again at nice speed.
Yeah, that's good. All right, do I have any?
Yeah, I've actually met my first auctioneer, as I like to call him. He doesn't really care about much of the game. He just likes to play the stock market of the game or something. You know, keep the prices and play it that way. And I'm like, okay. And Hellgate now is his new trading spot or something.
That's interesting.
He likes to practice. Yeah, so he just manipulates the auction house for us. Oh, I don't know. At least it's nice to know he got people who just do that.
Yeah, I never really got into auction houses, but outside of Diablo 3, when it was basically the only way you could ever get a legendary.
Wow. It's like those guys who do the stock markets, I guess. They just like to enterprise test stuff, but I'm not criticizing them. It's nice as long as it doesn't reach astronomical prices of like, this is the blade that's worth your life. Pay it.
Yeah.
But right now, everything's on the cheap, give or take, because obviously the player base is not super big, but it's getting there. I mean, how many people online tonight?
Do these I tell you what. Let's go bum.
It's not too bad. There's 36 people.
You lead and I'll just wait over. I tell you what. Let's go bum.
Obviously being a weekday, that's not too bad. Yeah, that Green Pack Station. Activate the Oracle near the thing. That's why I was going. Could you see the guy jumping?
What guy jumping?
Did you activate the guy called Oracle?
Yeah, he jumped and disappeared.
Yeah, now he should be on the text Miss 14's face, as I was trying to poke you with before. He basically went around the back and just went, whoop.
No.
That guy's having a really bad day, and now he's having a worse day.
That sounds funny. I think the animation broke, though. He's not doing that, sadly.
He's not.
He's just still standing with his arms crossed, sadly.
Is he? Is there nothing on his face? He's
nope.
And the item you've cast has now disappeared, yeah?
Yeah, I saw the Oracle jump out, but then nothing happened, so I think there's some kind of animation bug, sadly. Maybe it'll turn on next time we're back.
Well, another one for the suggestion bucket, thank you. That, and I guess it's always been like that. Anyhow. Okay.
Cool, well...
just wants me... Sorry.
No, I was just thinking, probably can do like one more area before I'm probably gonna log off. Probably could do another area. Got pretty far though, since we're like.
Yeah, you are nearly finished this area. The next area is called Chocolate Park, and I'll leave it up to your imagination for that one.
How about we go to Oxford? That sounds kind of fun. Through
And-
Seville.
Can do if you want. Did you want to be teleported there, or did you want to fight your way through to see what it's all about?
Is it a long thing, or it looks like it's only one turn away?
It's you know how the Kingsway sewer is.
Yeah.
Well, if you reach through the end of that, you know, Oxford Station's at the end of it. If you want to fast track to it, I can let you teleport to me. Actually, yes, there's a nice character here I want you to meet. If you want to TP to me, if you can, I'll introduce you to it.
I don't mind running through it, if you don't mind. I just
Yeah, sure, I'll come to you then.
haven't done it with this guy then.
Nope, nice experience both ways. It's okay
Cool.
for me. Let's go for it.
Bunch of zombies.
Yep, let me summon the anti-zombie apocalypse. Wow, you are... Where have you been all my life, Indy? I needed a Blade Master working with me.
I should use that skill more.
Yeah, I use it as a chase down.
Ooh, some guys behind us. That's quite a cooldown. I should upgrade it.
What, the crosscutter?
The charge.
Oh, yeah, the charge is... I'm not quite sure if it has a cooldown on it. Reduction. I think
Yeah.
it's more damage and range.
I think it has a cooldown. That's what I think I was reading.
Does it? Okay. Trying to get schooled if I know it wrong. Oh, yeah, I have a judge for it.
Ooh. Epic banished.
This guy's got a habit of... Oh, he's a blinker.
Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You ever stuck with one of those double-edged items? It seemed like they're...
The payoff on these items is exactly what the word says, you know, either good or bad. They're like yin-yangs. I try to find a lot of gear that gives me more damage because you can find something like that, or there's some of them that usually has like one high stat roll on them. Good example being luck, a bit like magic find. So think of it as a full magic find set gear, stuff like that. So double edge is really nice for finding them, but cons are they might come with debuffs like more reduced, you know, like less damage or more power cost to using your spells and things like that. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to go down the tree. So now and again, I like to wear the odd double edge. Have I got one around me right now? Yeah, here's one. I'll link this one in the trade chat.
That's cool. It's got a pretty decent grenade launcher too. Or it's, yeah, grenade launcher. I could use double grenade launcher.
I mean, it's not doing anything more to me other than increasing the poison damage. It's just a basic weapon I picked up. I should really swap it out soon. Embarrassingly, I'm not leveling my gear. Okay,
Alright.
we are looking... Ooh, okay.
Just gotta try these dual grenade launchers out. Wait. Oh, I unequipped it. Damn it. Oh, I need more accuracy. Crap. I literally can't equip the other one.
Yeah. Feedback costs are...
Finally
interesting,
finally hit the top there. Okay. This is similar. Yeah, this is similar to the Kingsway. Very similar to Kingsway, like you said.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of underground used stuff. That's the only disappointing thing is that obviously once you got familiar with the tile sets and, well, it just becomes another scenery to me. But I still stop to look at most of the artwork in this game because it gives me ideas of like, that's how they did the corner piping and
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's
man.
all really
It's
well
like what-
modeled.
Oh hell yeah, and that's kind of what gives me ideas. So I go to older games like Half-Life and I try some of the modeling techniques from here and there or something or things like that, and it's really just interesting, man.
Yeah, definitely. One game that had exceptional modeling for its technology was Wheel of Time for the Unreal Engine 1. That had really nice architecture and stuff like that. Even still looks good today, and it's like 1999. Something good.
Oh, there's a stun. Hold on. Probably my personal favorite weapons for the Blade Masters is when you get the katanas and stuff. Everything just looks nice with the arm sets then.
Yeah. I haven't gotten those since like the little fish cutters at the beginning.
If I get a chance and you come around for a third helping, hopefully I'll just bestow with someone you to see what they look like under your combat prowess.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this for sure. I'll have to see. I was interested in trying Ragnarok, but depends.
Yeah, coming to that. Gotta give you thanks for thinking of this. But yeah, that Ragnarok's gonna be around forever, so play that next time around. I mean, it gives me time to let you stream other things, but yeah, I'm glad to see you back on here. It really helps this project, and it's nice to see new people coming around. Always going to say thank you every time, on behalf of everybody, of course. So, yeah, cheers, Cindy.
Yeah, it's cool. I did not expect this to happen when I originally did the video. I was like, I remember that old game, and like a week later, I finished a video, and I'm like, I bet nobody likes this game. And then after it just, it was crazy because it didn't do that great compared to my last video I did before. It was like, you know, like 5,000 views. It was good. No, it's really good. But the last video I did that like 100, so I was like, okay. But all of a sudden, I was just late one night. I had my YouTube stats open on one window, and on the other window, I was watching Predator 2 with Danny Glover randomly.
Nice.
Wasn't that great of a movie, but I had never seen it, so I was like, okay. And all of a sudden, I just saw, you know, good from like a couple, like maybe 50, 100 views an hour to, a couple hundred views an hour to 10,000 an hour, like clockwork. It was really weird. Out of nowhere.
Well,
YouTube's
we
like that.
We felt the ripple. Yeah, we felt the ripple. From my personal, I started getting people discovering me, and I asked them, how do you guys find me here? Oh, because Indigo had done a documentary. I was like, what? And then, bro, it was just amazing. Even though it was just you did what you did, the word got around, and I think, it just works really nice when the right people are talking about it, and you can't beat word of mouth quickly like that.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a lot of it's just algorithmic. Somehow I tapped into something. I think it was an extension of the Diablo videos I did or something. It was just weird algorithmic stuff, but somehow a lot of eyes got on it and a lot of people liked it. So those are the two ingredients. If it sucks and you get a lot of eyes on it, it won't take off. But if it's great and nobody has eyes on it, it won't take off either. So.
Okay. Let's carry on down this tunnel that you're entering into and defeat the funny thing that gets down here. Yeah, you might want to go 2 swords for these guys.
Yeah. The DPS for these ones.
There we go. slices it, dices, and it's currently live streaming.
It's like the most mindless character ever. Just swing everywhere, move up and swing.
I think the term is easy mode.
Basically.
It's nice. It's nice and relaxing now. Off. You don't want to go down the field. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, actually. Like, easy mode in that is picking, like, a combat-centric, you know, melee-heavy guy. Like, you can just burn through most combat. But, if you want to make it really interesting, you play the Nosferatu vampires who will be attacked on sight, and you have to, like, sneak around under the sewers and stuff. That makes it very interesting.
If you want a funny bit of voice dialogue, try talking to Amber over there a few times and listen to his voice quotes.
Totally f***ing insanity.
The merchant here?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
four of them.
Yeah, he swears every other word, and it's funny. Yeah, this game has a really thick EAX. It sounds like everything's like in an auditorium. It kind of makes an interesting atmosphere to it all. That's probably better.
Not sure if you've been breaking the components down respectfully, but you might be able to upgrade some of your weapons in that little nanoforge to the right and show off that.
Oh, I've not been breaking down much. I've been breaking it down when I don't have any space. I've been selling. I should probably break it down.
It's okay. Basically, every station has crafters, much like how D3 is now.
Yeah.
Nanoforge, Augmentrix, and if you want to get lucky, throw money into the Augmentrix and see what you can get out of it. Oh, yeah, you could lose a lot of money to that.
Yeah.
It's like a random enchant on said gear. So if you pay for common, rare, or exotic, it will try its best to reward you on what it thinks is in that table for you. And it's look at the draw, unfortunately. Sometimes good, sometimes, well, you didn't need it, but you got it anyway.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you later, Adam. Have a good night. Yeah, I still have to get into the long grind. I'm sure that you'll have to probably just get tons of items. I did dabble with the crafting before, but I just thought you had to have tons of items, so I only got like 1 or 2 each breakdown. Just storing everything. My personal thing is filled to the brim. I need to get rid of stuff.
Yeah, apologies for dumping on that stuff on you.
No,
if you want me to drop him off as mail, then that's what I should have done for you, but yeah, you'll definitely hit 15 plus exceedingly quick now.
Yeah.
In fact, I need to readjust myself to support you as a healer. So yeah. Support your local blade masters, that's what I say.
And of course I get like legendary stuff for my marksman now.
I know, right?
It's funny.
On that day, you kind of said, you know, you wanted to get your feet wet and shake off the rust, so I didn't want to, like, interfere with, but you were definitely finding the right gear for that engineer. That drone, if you ever get the chance to give it some love, can turn into the massive good weaponized fun. Well, was it like a WMD, I guess? That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it has the ability to become either a drone platform or a sentry. So it's like having a, I don't know, what do they call that? Like a TV show where you dual robots, something like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot what that's called, but Battle of the Bots or whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, so it's basically a floating sentry gun of fun.
That sounds nice. I'm finally gonna bring the transmog cube as more storage space. There's so much stuff.
If you've abandoned some of those quests, check away those quest items as well. But should be okay.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end off here. I've been streaming for like 3.5 hours.
Well,
Be a
that's
good
a good
time
number
to.
for you.
Yeah, probably super late over there because you're like 5 hours later than I am, I think, aren't you?
Oh, I've done 18 hours today. That's enough for me.
Oh, dang.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, it's more endurance than I have nowadays.
Well, I finished work and I've staved up a time zone and a half again, it seems. So I'm loving it. I actually do enjoy it, and it actually does help me get to sleep better. So
Fancy pants.
health-wise,
Put the
I'm
blowy
okay
bit on
with
your
this.
suit that raises
Alright.
the arm and
Well, if it
unstoppable
works out for you.
corporate flag.
Indeed, it does. Really nice.
Okay. Keep it
Well,
up.
thanks for streaming with me. This has been really fun and insightful. I'll see what's going on. For next stream, I might do some Titan Quest. I might do some of this. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I really would love you to see you doing that if you can give it some time. So yeah, give that your next one, your priority if you can for us, Indy. We'd be really grateful. We're going to be here forever, so you can gladly come back here when you do. But keep at it, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I'll see you later, and go get to sleep before the sun comes up.
I'm going to continue on streaming and hopefully get some Blade Master stuff on. So yeah, it's all good there.
Cool, man. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye now.
All right. Well, this is about it. I'm probably gonna hop off here. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you want me to continue in Hellgate or give another game a go, all ears. I might check out the new Ragnarok expansion for the Titan Quest. It's another kind of action RPG type game. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this new interface up here. That's the interface there. Well, hopefully it wasn't too distracting. I've been trying to expand the picture. For the longest time, I tried to separate the gameplay from everything else with minimal overlap, but I think it might be better just to have a full screen 1080p screen, make the gameplay more clear. So let me know how you like that. And anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.